I totally got caught up watching Mikey's stream and forgot that it was time to go live. So sorry about that, guys. But I'm here now. Let me just make absolutely sure that I'm live now because I think I am. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. All right. So, holy fucking shit, guys. Holy fucking shit. A lot has happened since the last time we talked. A lot has happened since, like, just what the hell is actually happening. I'm really just, I don't even know how to respond right now. Joe Flacco just threw an interception against the Giants, and Malik Neighbors has just been absolutely fucking killing it for the Giants. Drew Lock with that stupidest touchdown run I've ever seen, but he got in the end zone, so I guess whatever, right? Oh man, it has been something else for the last, like, let's say, like, the last 24 hours for me, right? Because, like, y'all know I accidentally scheduled something yesterday, so I wasn't able to stream the Bengals game, which, man, of all games to miss, like, y'all would have, like, that would have been some. I had some fun. I was at a bar watching the end of that Bengals game, where Cade York doinked it, and I thought it was over. But I thought it was like everything seemed to be going against the Bengals, and then they figured out ways to get stops on defense, which was what we finally needed to see. They got it done when it mattered, and then Joe Burrow drove them all the way down the field. Cade York doinked it. Then Joe Burrow threw him all the way back down the field. And T. Higgins brought home the win, baby. And we're still alive. And the Giants are currently beating the Colts 42-33 with a little over 2 minutes left to go. And they're at the 9-yard line. And Joe Flacco just threw an interception. Okay, and now Drew Lock's going to hand the ball off to Tyrone Tracy, I think. It's about 2 or 3 yards. It's fourth down now, but they really don't care. They're just trying to kill clock and then put some points back up on the board. Like, oh, man. So anyway, yeah, all of that is to say that the idea, this crazy-ass idea, which is absolutely insane idea, there was about the Bengals potentially making the playoffs, even though, the best they could finish was 9-8. Well, that's starting to line up. The Colts are about to eliminate themselves. All right. Other than that, we need the Dolphins to lose one more game, and then they play the Browns today, obviously, and then next week they play the Jets. Hopefully, one of those two teams can beat them. Let's see. So the Giants are coming out here for the field goal attempt, and I'm assuming I'm going to have to update this. All right, so the kick is up, and that is straight down. It's a 30-yard field goal, and that's good. So that's 45-33, and with 2:20 left to go, I can't imagine the Colts are going to it's felt close through large parts of this game. The Giants were kind of dominating early, and then the Colts, screamed all the way back. Joe Flacco did a really good job today. You got to give him credit, but at the end, he threw that interception, and that's got to hurt if you're a Colts fan. But I am not a Colts fan. I've been rooting against the Colts today, obviously, for obvious reasons, right? So, apparently Flacco threw 2 interceptions today. I haven't really been watching it, this game really intently. I was actually playing Mario Kart with my wife for the most part, and I kind of had the game on in the background. So apparently Flacco threw 2 picks. The other one was on the first drive of the game. But it led to the Giants punting, so it didn't really mean much of anything. But there at the end, the Colts were basically in, like, crunch time mode, like, we got to go get it done now, and then the interception. So with 2:20 left to go, Graham Gano, I guess is their kicker, is coming out, and he's gonna boot that. Looks like not through the back of the end zone, but it's still gonna be a touchback. So, what we're doing today, what I promised would happen, if the Bengals beat the Broncos, I promised that I would stream the Dolphins-Browns game, because then we'll know what we're walking into next week, right? Because even if the Colts had won, it'd still be good to stream this game, because, the Bengals just needed the Colts to lose one more, and they have 2 games left. So if the Colts had won, I'd be, obviously I'd still be rooting for the Browns, but at least we'd know if, what's potentially going to happen. But 45-33 with just ahead of the 2-minute warning, and I don't want to jinx it, but it's looking pretty good right now for the New York Giants, right? Too bad it wasn't Tommy Cutlets, but whatever. It's holding on the Colts, so that's good. So that's gonna. There's a first down throw from Joe Flacco there, but now it's gonna knock him back. What's going on, Mikey? What's going on, Mikey? I'm sorry. Your Saints are very, very bad and embarrassing. I've been there before with the Bengals. Trust me. But things are going good on my end. I was late to the stream because of you too. I was interacting with your stream and just talking and stuff, and then I look at the clock and I'm like, I'm like 10 minutes late. Oops. So we're here now though. All right. This game is still. I got to go switch over to the Browns game though because that game's about to start. I guess I'll keep that Colts game on in the background, but again, barring absolute fucking disaster, there's no shot. But yeah, the Browns game's about to start. So let's go ahead and move over to that. Okay, it's on a commercial right now. I am gonna keep up with this with the end of this Colts game though, because that's important. They are just heading into the 2-minute warning now though, and the where are we at? So it's going to be 2nd and 10. I guess Flacco got a 10-yard pass to Trey Sermon, so it's going to basically be right back where they started. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 after this commercial break. But the Browns game might start. And this is a stream for the Browns game. So blow this team up. Now I feel that. Yeah, I think the Saints are. It's about time for the Saints to go ahead and throw the towel in. I think we're about there at this point. So let's see. The Bengals currently have an 8% chance to make the playoffs, by the way, per New York Times Upshot. That's not including any other games that are currently being played but haven't finished right now. That's just we're at where we're at with that. But let me see if I can get this kind of back up here so I get more. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the Bengals currently have an 8% chance to make the playoffs right now. If the Giants win this game, then that chance actually goes up to a 22% chance. So that feels pretty damn good. If the Browns win, then the Bengals have a 33% chance to make the playoffs. Because at that point, it's just like if the Browns beat the Dolphins, and then obviously assuming the Giants hold on here. But if that happens, then all the Bengals need to do is they need to beat the Steelers. And if they do that, if the Bengals beat the Steelers, then they have a 60% chance to make the playoffs. Now, we still need the Chiefs to beat the Broncos, and they'll most likely be playing their backups, so that's a whole thing. I'm coming out with a video after all this to explain how the Bengals playoff odds are looking, but it looks like the Dolphins are going to get the ball first. So we're going to go ahead and do that kickoff here. But yeah, it's shaping up to be if there was any way for the Bengals to make the playoffs, this is the only way it could have happened, and that's going to be a touchback, by the way. Need the Browns to win, but the Giants look like they got their job done. That game's not over yet, but they just passed the 2-minute warning and they're up by 12, so I think they're probably pretty safe at this point. The Raiders, we about to lose. Yeah. Sorry, Mikey. Yeah, the Raiders aren't very good. Mikey, how are the Raiders pimp slapping y'all? Because the Saints are bad, dude. All right, so it's gonna be a pitch left to is that Achane? I think Devin Achane is going to be a 9-yard pickup. That's not a good start by the Browns defense. I'm really kind of betting on the Browns defense to do something here. You got the Dolphins are starting Tyler Huntley. Don't forget that was part of the idea. is both the Colts starting quarterback and the Dolphins starting quarterback is out. So maybe Tyler Huntley, won't be. Maybe the Browns will be able to do something against him instead of Tua. All right, I think Achan just barely got across the first down marker there, so that's going to be a first down there. Tua is doubtful to play today. Well, he's not playing right now. I severely doubt he's going to play at all. Like what they say is doubtful. When you're listed as doubtful, it technically means you only have a 25% chance to play. But I actually looked up the numbers. The reality is, guys who are listed as doubtful tend to only play about 5% of the time. Like as in terms of real actual numbers, not what they say. But god damn, Browns, tackle somebody. About a 6-yard pickup for Achan there. But yeah, it's about a 5% chance. And I also looked up, most of those guys who do end up playing when they're listed as doubtful tend to be like guys who had concussions who end up, I guess, recovering a little bit faster than expected. So, Tua is dealing with a hip injury, so I would be shocked if he played today. Is basically basically what I'm saying. All right, Tyler Huntley is in the shotgun formation there. It's 2nd and 4. Be nice if the Browns did something here. And I think that's a false start by the Dolphins. Dolphins jumped. Simple, we not motivated. Perhaps. Don't seem like it. Don't seem like there's anything positive going on there down in New Orleans. It's pretty rough, bro. Colts fumble, Giants recover. Hell yeah. I didn't even see that. Did they really? Like, I mean, I must have missed that because now we're on the Browns game, so I was watching the Giants game, but looks like that game's over now. According to ESPN, that's the final. So what happened? Yeah, the Colts did fumble. Okay, so Joe Flacco got sacked by Kayvon Thibodeau and fumbled away. The Giants recovered, and the Colts were out of timeouts. So, I think. Were the Colts out of timeouts? Did they use their timeouts way earlier or something? I don't know. But either way, they didn't stop the clock, and Drew Lock just kneeled the ball to end the game. Yep. Colts lose. That is huge for the Bengals. That means the Indianapolis Colts are eliminated from playoff contention. And that means that there's only 2 teams left ahead of the Bengals for a playoff spot, and that's the Broncos and the Dolphins. And oh wow, Tyler Huntley drops the snap on that play, and the Browns get a big sack in the backfield for about a 10-yard loss there. There you go. The Colts are now eliminated from the playoffs. Bengals don't have to worry about them anymore. There's only 3 teams left in playoff contention for that 7 seed, I believe, and that's the Bengals, the Broncos, and the Dolphins. And if the Dolphins can lose today, then that'll leave the Broncos and the Bengals. And we just beat the Broncos, but we need them to lose one more game so we finish as the same record as them, and then we can have that head-to-head tiebreaker, right? I will see. We'll see. All right, Tyler Huntley takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw it short to Achan, and he cannot do anything there. And there's a flag in the backfield. I'm wondering if there's holding on the Dolphins. They're just imploding on this drive. Jesus. We got this. 3 more dominoes. Let's go get it, CT. Let's go get it. They were out of timeouts. I just didn't see. They must have taken the timeouts early in the half then because, I was looking back, and I didn't see when they actually took their timeouts. That's crazy. Giants help you, but not us. Well, yeah, they don't hurt you, though, I don't think, right? The Giants don't do anything. It doesn't affect any of the teams that you're, rooting for, or rooting against, rather. Yeah, so it's holding on the Dolphins, but the Browns are going to decline it because it worked out quite well for them. We suck regardless. Now, that's true. Raiders intercepted. What? Is that game still? Oh, that game's still going on, huh? You all still got a minute left in that game. What do you know? Okay, I thought that game was over personally. Well, I'm glad you got an interception. Let's go. All right, Tyler Huntley takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw it to 31 across the middle, and he gets a bunch of yards there, but it was 3rd and 18, and they didn't get nearly enough, so they're going to have to punt. There you go. There you go. Good job to get him off the field, Browns. Can't believe I got to root for the fucking Browns. This is bullshit. But you know what? You know what? If it's for the Bengals, if it's for keeping the Bengals alive, I would root for the Steelers. You know. Now, I mean, I wouldn't root for the Steelers. I already explained, like, when it was like, if the Steelers beat the Chiefs, then that means the Chiefs have to play their starters in week 18, and that wasn't enough for me. But if it's like a direct impact, then I would root for the Steelers if I had to. But don't have to do that. I have to root for the Browns today, which I don't like that either. 4th and 5, the punt is away, and that is going to be fair caught at the 19-yard line. All right, Browns, come on. James Prochet. The Bengals aren't the only Southern Ohio team celebrating a win. Miami University walloped Colorado State in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl yesterday evening. Boo. My wife would like that. My wife went to Miami, but I originally went to OU, and so we don't like Miami. But, you know, guess I'm happy for the Miami fans. Boo. But hey, you know what? OU whooped up on Miami this year, so I'm all good. You know, OU won. The Battle of the Bricks. We threw the intercept. Oh, you threw the interception. Jesus, Mikey. Fuck. Damn, man. That sucks. Fuck, dude. Well, that game's over then, right? Yeah, I mean, they're kneeling on the ball now, so that game's over. Steelers 11-6. No, they're going to lose, Mikey. They're going to lose next week, and they're going to finish 10-7. Saints lose 25-10. Looks like it. Sorry about your luck, bub. And I'm actually, what I'm going to do here, put that up in the, put that over there. I know this looks weird, but give me a second. I'm just trying to fix it. Can I get that to, here we go, alignment center. That'll look better. I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to make that just a little reminder here that the Bengals season still has somehow has some hope. Jesus, I cannot get this to work for me at all. There we go. Does that work? No, it's not quite centered. I think that's the best I'm going to get it there. So, Colts eliminated. Working on trying to get the Dolphins eliminated now. And it feels weird because I keep wanting to cheer when the Dolphins do good stuff. But then I'm like, wait, no, I need the Dolphins to lose. I got to suck it up and root for the Browns. All right, come on, DTR. I don't feel confident about rooting for you, but come on. I thought DTR was going to be pretty good coming out of college, so maybe this is the game where he proves me right. You never know. And on first down, Jerome Ford gets the handoff to the left, and he goes nowhere with that. So that's not a good start. As y'all can see, though, I did my prediction for this game is a 14-12 win for the Browns. Just because I looked up how both these teams have been playing lately, and it seems like both have pretty solid defenses, but not really much of nothing to speak of as far as the offenses go. So it's just kind of what I'm looking at. We'll see though. Dorian Thompson-Robinson throws. It's about a bit of kind of a screen. It was into the backfield there for Jerry Jeudy, and he gets past a couple guys, but only for about 4 yards. So this is going to be a tough one to watch, isn't it? This is going to be one of those, not necessarily good defensive games, just bad offensive games. Like that's the thing. Like I'm actually one of those weirdos. I like defense. I like watching defensive games where like the defenses are really playing well. But there's a difference between when it's a good defensive game and a bad offensive game. And I think today might be more of the bad offensive game. So hopefully the Dolphins offense can just be a little bit less bad. DTR just overthrows Elijah Moore into the next fucking century. And what was that? Oh my God. Ah, damn. Not great, Bob. I mean, they got to play Aaron Rodgers next week, so maybe he'll cook something up. I don't know. I don't really want to root for the Browns. I'm just gonna do it. But I also have no faith in the Browns either. All right, Corey Bojorquez comes out for the punt. And he boots it away. That's a very awful punt. What the hell? And it's going to be returned and brought out to about the 38-yard line. What the hell, Bojorquez? God damn. Like, I really don't want to, like, bet on... I don't want to have to trust the Browns. Like, I don't trust the Browns. Like, the Browns are bad. The Browns are really bad. What's up, Connor? What's going on? The Colts got eliminated. Bengals looking for the Dolphins to hopefully eliminate themselves right now. That way next week, Bengals beat the Steelers, Broncos lose to the Chiefs, and Bengals get in the playoffs. And, I mean, it's still seems to me maybe kind of unlikely that the Broncos are actually going to lose to the Chiefs' backups. But, I mean, the Broncos are chaotic, just like we are. And the Chiefs are a well-coached team. So, like, if the Dolphins lose this game, the Bengals have a 31% chance to make the playoffs. Now, and the main reason is because they have to beat the Steelers and the Chiefs have to beat the Broncos. But if the Chiefs do beat the Broncos, then it's a toss-up. Can the Bengals actually do better against the Steelers? And basically, the Bengals did essentially do enough to beat the Steelers last time we played them. The problem is Joe Burrow fumbled and gave the Steelers the win, right? But like the defense didn't play well at all, but they did play well enough to win with the amount of points that the offense put up. So the Bengals generally played well enough to win. It was just that like the scoop six, Joe Burrow fumbled and the Steelers got a touchdown from it. That was why we lost to the Steelers last time. So if we cannot do that this time, then we got a shot. I mean, like there's no reason we can't beat the Steelers. Like hopefully our offense can do a little better than we did last time. Our defense. Hopefully the defense can do a little better than we did last time, right? Because, I mean, they gave up... how much did they give up? Yeah, the defense gave up 37 points last time against the Steelers. But the Bengals offense scored 38. So if it hadn't been for that scoop six, we would have won. But, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. 11-6, 10-7, Mikey. When do you think the Bengals will play? That's a good question. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked to see them make it the Sunday night game, like you know the primetime game. Because the thing is, if the Browns now, and this is a bit of a stretch, right? But if the Browns beat the Ravens, then the Steelers can win the division, right? So if the Browns beat the Ravens, then it's Steelers Bengals for basically all the cards, right? But then you would also... So if the Chiefs beat the Broncos and the Browns beat the Ravens, then that Bengals-Steelers game is for all the cards. It's like the Steelers get to win the division or the Bengals get to make the playoffs, essentially is how it goes. All right, Tyler Huntley's going to do the play action. He's going to roll to his left. He throws. He's got Tyreek Hill for a first down. Not great, Bob. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be. Apparently, we'll find out. I think tonight. Is there a Monday night? I don't think there's a Monday night game, right? Don't think they do those in Week 17. I could be wrong. All right, Tyler Huntley takes a snap. He's got people on him immediately, and he has to throw through contact. It doesn't get anywhere he needs to go. No, there is a Monday night game, so it's Lions 49ers. So I'm guessing after the Lions, we'll probably know, I'm guessing Tuesday morning is probably when we'll know what next week's schedule is going to be. Maybe. We'll see. But I'm going to guess probably Tuesday morning, if not like, you know, right after the game on Monday night. They might have a schedule ready to go and just waiting until after the Lions 49ers game wraps up to release it. All right, so it's going to be a screen pass, and the Browns just cannot do anything with that. Holy shit. Dolphins get another first down. Great. But when do I think the Bengals will play? I'm guessing they'll probably be... I'm almost positive they're not doing a Monday night game next week, right? So I think it'll probably be the Sunday night game because that's going to be a high-stakes type of game, right? But then again, if you put it on Sunday night, it could suddenly turn into a not high-stakes game. So maybe not. Maybe they keep that at like a 1 p.m. game. All right, so it's going to be a pitch to the left to Achane. The Browns take him down in the backfield there. That's good. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they could make, I don't know. I don't think the Chiefs Broncos game would be the Sunday night game because the Chiefs don't have anything to play for, right? You're going to get backups. Like Carson Wentz is going to be starting, and I don't think the NFL wants Carson Wentz starting in prime time. So I don't think the Chiefs Broncos game will be that. I mean, it could be Vikings Lions actually would make sense. Probably Vikings Lions, that would make sense, right? Achane takes the handoff and he gets a couple yards, bowling through Denzel Ward there. It'll be third down about 7, I want to say. Denzel Ward did a good job of actually getting him down, but, still got blown through a little bit. I guess it's only 2 yards, so it's 3rd and 8. So, maybe that Vikings-Lions game will be the Sunday night football game, honestly. The Bengals will probably play at 1 p.m., honestly, is what's probably going to happen. Tyler Huntley takes a shotgun snap. He throws over the middle, and wow. God damn it, Browns. Achane gets it. Grant Delpit saying it wasn't a catch, but there's a flag, though. Flag on the play. Holding on the Dolphins. Let's go. Holding on the Dolphins. 3rd down. But it's going to knock them back 10 yards. Go Bengals, wild. Dude, I was just saying this earlier, Connor. I am so mad that I didn't get to stream that game because my reaction, like I watched it, I watched the very end at the bar of the restaurant me and my wife were at, and wow, what a game that was. What an ending that was. My reaction was, would have gotten a lot of views out of posting a video of that reaction, but alas, I like hanging out with my wife more than I like the Bengals. Lions, 49ers, Monday Night Football. Well, they don't do Monday Night Football. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're saying, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying, Mikey. Sorry, it took me a minute to process that. 3rd and 18. It's going to be a short throw to Achane there, and the Browns are going to take him down at the 36. So that's probably in field goal range for them. I don't think they're going to punt from the 36, and it's too far for a 4th down try. So they're almost certainly going to take the field goal attempt here. Hopefully they miss it. That'd be nice. If the Dolphins win today, does that mean the Bengals are eliminated? No. The Dolphins. If the Dolphins lose today, that just means that they're ahead of the Bengals. But the Dolphins could lose next week, and the Bengals would get ahead of them. No, but the Dolphins would be eliminated if they lose, though. 54-yard attempt, kick is up, and he got it in. No, it doinked! It doinked, but it went in. Damn. It doinked. It hit the bottom crossbar, but it doinked inward. How often does that happen? God damn it. I already know Saints Bucks Sunday at 12. Well, yeah, honestly, Mikey, nobody cares about those two teams. I mean, I guess they care a little bit about the Bucks, but nobody cares about the Saints right now. All right, 3-0 Dolphins. Not great. Not great. Bengals game could be 3:25. Yeah, that's possible. But 3:25 Central would be 4:25 here. But yeah, that's possible. It could be a 4:25 game. That's possible. But I don't think it's going to be the Sunday night game, though, because I think that's going to be most likely Vikings-Lions, because that's such a high-stakes game. And the Bengals-Steelers game could be a really high-stakes game, but you're betting on some of those other games going the way you want them. That's got to be both the Chiefs beating the Broncos and the Browns beating the Ravens, which, I mean, are really, the Browns beating the Ravens is incredibly unlikely. There's almost no chance the Browns beat the Ravens next week because, the Browns are really bad and the Ravens are going to be giving everything they have to try to win the division. The Chiefs could beat the Broncos, though, because, the Chiefs, a really, really, really well-coached team, and even their backups are talented. And they're coached, like I said, they're coached by Andy Reid. So, I mean, the Chiefs could totally pull that off, but I'd be shocked to see the Browns beat the Ravens next week. So I don't think the yeah. If there's a better potential game, the NFL wouldn't put the bet of having the Steelers Bengals on in prime time. But maybe I don't know. Maybe the appeal of Joe Burrow is just so insane. If the Packers beat the Vikings, then the Lions lock up the division. Oh yeah, that's right. If the Packers beat the Vikings. Okay, well, that's actually a good point then. So maybe not. Maybe they wouldn't be the Sunday night game. Maybe it would. I guess it depends. If that Vikings Lions game is for the division, if it's not for the division, then yeah, maybe they would have Bengals Steelers on in prime time. I don't know. I don't know because who else would it be? Seahawks Rams maybe. Are those teams are those teams still fighting for supremacy in that division? I don't know if the Rams clinched it or not. Yeah, there's only a couple of games here that are going to be all that important. So maybe Bengals Steelers get it if the Lions have already wrapped up the division. That's possible. All right, so the Dolphins are kicking it to the Browns, and now we need the Browns to come through and do something on this next drive. And Jerome Ford does not do very much with that kickoff there. I think he bounced out of one tackle but didn't go anywhere. I know you care, Mikey. I know you care. JG9 doesn't care since he won. He's calling Zach a moron for not kneeling versus having the Browns run 5 yards, tearing up his ankle. In his opinion, the Broncos should never have gotten the ball back. Okay. Who's JG9? Whoever that is, shut up. Have some fun, bro. Get over it. Oh, Jaguar Gator 9. Okay, I don't care that much what he thinks about it. He's not a Bengals fan. I don't really. I forgot about him, but yeah, I'm not. I don't care what JG9 thinks about it. Brandon Perna's sad, and that makes me happy. Not that I dislike Brandon Perna, but if he's rooting for me to be unhappy, then I'm happy that he was unhappy. Said Zach Taylor was brain damaged last night. Showed it. Should have run the clock out. Yeah, he should have, but I know. I'm currently not in Zach Taylor's camp anymore. If they make the playoffs, then I don't think I'm gonna be calling for him to be fired anymore. And if they make a run, I don't know if I'd be okay with them firing him anymore. But anyway, 2nd and 8, DTR throws. There you go. He's got number 88. Who's that? I don't know who 88 is. I should probably get the rosters up, right? But I thought I would have known the Browns roster. But a lot of people are mad at Zach Taylor, but dude, get over it. Have some fun. Why you got I bet you're great at parties, I don't care. Is Zach Taylor dumb sometimes? Yeah, he is. He makes a lot of dumb, weird decisions. But we fucking won. All right, let's just fucking enjoy the win. Why do we have to hyper-analyze everybody even after wins? Let's just have some fun with it. Jerome Ford gets tackled in the backfield. Holy shit, Browns. My God. Ugh. This is... Jordan Atkins, by the way, is the one who caught that pass earlier, number 88. I would take Zach, over Rizzy? Over Dennis Allen for sure. I don't know. Right now, I'm not saying fire Zach because there's no point in saying that in the middle of a playoff race, right? You don't fire your coach when you are hunting for the playoffs, especially after winning a big key game. All right, DTR steps up in the pocket. He throws it deep, and that's too far, and it's almost intercepted. That was by Javon Holland, and that was way too far. I don't know what the hell he was doing there. That was a terrible throw by DTR. Luckily, it was dropped. It's a flag on the play. Holding on the Dolphins, though. That's going to help. Automatic first down. All right. Okay. I'll take it. Again, this is one of those things. When it's with the Bengals, it's just I always will take penalties against the other team. But in general, I want to see the Bengals actually just like win games instead of needing the refs' help. But when it comes to other teams, I don't give a shit. Like whatever like black magic we need for the result that we need to get, because it's not about competition at this point. It's about screwing over the other guys, right? It's like, it's like playing Mario Kart and, you send a turtle shell. Doesn't mean you're a faster racer than that guy. It just means you got a turtle shell and you used it, right? And that's my thought process in this game. If we can get a turtle shell, which is the refs making bad calls against the Dolphins, I'm fine with that. I literally don't give a shit. I have no integrity when it comes to what other teams do. Because I don't care about I don't want the Browns to win. I just need the Browns to win. That's all it is. All right, number 20 takes the handoff, and he breaks through a few tackles there. Gets it, it's going to be about 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 1 there. Pierre Strong Jr. Nice little run from him there. Josh Jacobs fumble, and Tom Grossi isn't happy. I'm sure he's not. He wants to beat the Vikings, like, no matter what. Browns should easily beat the Finns, no Tua, and even if they did, they're not a good team. Okay, Richard, but it's the Browns. Like, I know the Dolphins aren't a good team, but neither are the Browns. DTR is going to take it himself, and he might have actually gotten that across. The refs marking him short, but I don't know if I agree with that. Let's see the replay. They're marking him short, and this is going to be go for it territory anyway. I think. I think you go for it here. But I think he got that. I want to see the replay. I think he got that. Can we see a replay, or are they just going to go for it? Timeout. Well, the ref's doing this. I'm not sure what's going on, but they're not. Can we see a replay, man? We're just not going to see a replay? I don't know. I thought he got it, like with extending the arm at the last second. Here we go. Here's a replay. And he... Yeah, that ball goes across the line. That's a first down. Challenge that immediately. You don't need to go for it on 4th down. He got that ball across. He came down on the Dolphins player, and he got that ball across. That is a first down, and if the Browns don't challenge this, they're idiots. Okay, never mind. They overturned the play. 1st and 10, DTR rolls back. He throws, and that's too high there for Jerry Jeudy, and... I mean, it was a bad throw by DTR, but it was also really good coverage by the Dolphins, so if it hadn't been overthrown, it probably would have been knocked down anyway. Man, relying on DTR to do something is just not... This is not how I want to live my life. Thank God I'm not a Browns fan. This is terrible. I don't know how they do it, dude. Like, the Bengals haven't had quarterback problems like this since I was a little kid. And I didn't pay that much attention back then, so... Oh, boy. 2nd and 10, DTR. It's going to be a handoff to Pierre Strong Jr. He gets past a few tackles, and he picks up about 4 total yards out of that. Nice little run there. And the Browns are knocking on field goal range now. I don't know if they're quite there yet, but 3rd and 5. If they get any yards on this, they might go for it on 4th down. Because they're at the 41-yard line, so it's going to be shotgun snap drawback. There you go. Jerry Jeudy picks up the first down about the 25-yard line. Let's go. It's a first down for the Browns, for the Cleveland Clowns. But we need them to win today, so we're rooting for them. But yeah, Richard, Browns should easily beat the Finns. You're saying it's because they don't have Tua and they're not a good team. Well, the Browns are starting Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who's not, I'm not even sure he should be a 3rd-string quarterback in the NFL. And the Browns are a really bad team. So I don't know what they should easily beat them nonsense is. Jerome Ford, there you go. Races past a bunch of Dolphins, gets down to about the 9-yard line. It's a good run there. So if the Browns keep playing like this, yeah, they will easily beat the Dolphins. But I wouldn't say it'd be easy. Like it should be expected to be easy because the Browns are, like, I don't know how bad you think the Dolphins are. The Browns are worse. Like, trust me. Like, Tua, even without Tua. Like, the Browns don't have Deshaun Watson, who was supposed to be a good quarterback. So, they're down to their 3rd-string guy. Jameis Winston is hurt. So, they're, like, DTR is their 3rd-string guy. And he's who's playing. So, I don't know what your opinion is of the Dolphins, but it's not as bad as the Browns are. It's just not. Try being a Saints fan for 7 years. You won a Super Bowl. Okay, I'm sorry. You won a Super Bowl, Mikey. I know, like, God, what are you, like, 14? I think you were, that was like just before your time, and I get that, but at least you won a fucking Super Bowl. I don't even have highlights to go back and watch, alright? Alright? Like, you don't have it as bad. Like, I mean, I know the Bengals are bad right now, or better right now. I know we're in a better stretch right now, but we ain't won no damn Super Bowl, you know? And right now we're talking about the Browns. Like, trust me, y'all ain't got shit on the Browns as far as, like, you know, like being a Browns fan and being a Saints fan isn't even comparable. Like, I mean, the Saints are like, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's bad being a Saints fan. The Saints are one of the toughest teams, like, historically you could be a fan of. But you're talking to a Bengals fan, and you know, we're talking about the Browns. Those are like the two of the teams that you really don't have much of an argument against. Got a bright future? Maybe, if we don't fuck it up, which we do all the time. So, I mean, maybe we got a bright future, but, like, the way the Bengals tend to handle their business, it's possible that the Saints could get good before we actually get back to relevancy. We were the Browns before Breeze. No, you weren't. I know what you're saying. It was really tough before Breeze, but it wasn't. And yes, you were the Aints. The old school Saints were like one of the most embarrassing teams to be a fan of in NFL history. But the modern Browns are worse. And the reason I say that is because the Bengals in the 90s, the Bengals had the worst decade of all time in the 90s across any sport. Of all sports, not just football, all sports, the Bengals had the worst decade in the 90s when I was growing up. And then the Browns did worse in, like, the 2010s. So, like, they literally had an 0-16 season. You ever had an 0-16 season? Now 0-17? Like, no, it ain't. Look, Mikey, you get your pain cred, but don't try to act like you have it worse than Browns fans. Like, honestly, you just don't. If the Browns and Vikings win the afternoon window, then the Rams clinch the NFC West via strength of victory. Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how that whole thing was going. But yeah, they're the idiots that traded for Ricky Williams. Yeah, they almost traded to us. Like the Ricky Williams trade scenario that hurt us too. I think I talked about that on the last stream. Jerome Ford goes nowhere on that play. But I think I talked about this on the last stream. Like, the Saints offered, 9 draft picks to us for Ricky Williams? And we turned it down to draft Akili Smith? Like, look, I know it was a dumb thing by Mike Ditka and the Saints to do, but that was just as bad for us. We had a 1-win season, and I know the Browns suck, but you gotta understand we might not win a playoff game for 15 years. Hold on. DTR rolls back, throws, and that's broken up. Almost intercepted. Twice, actually. There's a flag on the play, though, and hopefully it's on the Dolphins. Because I don't give a fuck. I'll root for chaos. I'll root for the Dolphins getting screwed over. I don't care. It's a false start on the Browns, damn. Or maybe illegal formation. Yeah, it's illegal formation on the Browns, damn. Penalties declined, though, because obviously it was a good play by the... Okay, so 15 years, huh? Well, the Bengals didn't win a playoff game for 30 years, if you'll recall. Do you remember that? You remember that when Joe Burrow got us a playoff win against the Raiders? Well, Jermaine Pratt got us a playoff win against the Raiders. Jerome Ford takes the handoff, and just, what the fuck are the Browns doing? All right, well, they're just going to fucking go for a field goal now here, I guess. Just don't miss. But yeah, dude, we missed the playoffs for 30 years, if you recall. 1991 to 2021. We didn't make we did make the playoffs. We didn't win a playoff game. And you said not win a playoff game. So yeah, we didn't win a playoff game for 30 fucking years. Okay? It ain't like you have 15 years, it's child's play. All right? We didn't even make the playoffs for what was it? 1991 minus 2005. Yeah, we didn't even make the playoffs for 14 years when I was a kid, right? I mean, you wanna like throw down like pain jabs, like who's got the more painful team? Like I guarantee you, I can compete. I know we're better right now, but until we win a Super Bowl, none of it matters. You know. The modern Browns don't hold a candle to the Lions until recently. No. You misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm saying the single decade that they had in the 2010s. It was like 2008 to 2018, I think. That stretch was the worst decade in the history of like all of sports, and the only worst decade before that. But before the Browns, the Bengals had the worst decade in the 90s, from 1991 to 2002. So I guess for the Browns it would have been like 2007 to 2008 to 2019. Yeah, I think it was. For the Bengals, it was 1991 to 2002. And that was the worst stretch. Now, obviously, the Lions have had it really bad. I would say I would actually agree until recently. Well, no, I don't know about that. I think the Browns and the Lions. No, actually, I would say the Lions probably might have actually had it even a little bit. Well, no, it was about the same. It was about the same. The Browns and the Lions, the modern Browns and the Lions were about the same up until relatively recently. Really until Stafford showed up, and then the Lions started getting better, and then they kind of started being bad again, and now they're really good again. But I'd say the modern Browns and the Lions were about the same. But don't forget, the Browns also had the old school Browns. Which I mean, you could also make the argument the old school Browns were good, and they never made the Super Bowl, but they were at least competitive, and before the Super Bowl they won a bunch of championships. You can make that argument, but they also lost their fucking team. Like that's not like the Lions never lost their goddamn team. Can't relate. May is the guy. What can't you relate to? Like, I mean, May is May the guy? He made some really good plays, made some really bad plays. Like, I know people were praising Drake May really well for like that last game. I don't know if it was like look, Drake May's probably like the guy for you, but I don't know if he's like the guy. Like I think Drake May had a decent but not amazing game against the Chargers, and I mean they still lost 40-7. So like, how good can you even really say he really did do? Like, I mean, he threw for 117 yards and a touchdown. There was like one throw, right? He had one throw that was a crazy ass throw. The rest of the game wasn't much of nothing. I don't think Drake May is all that impressive yet. I mean, yeah, he's talented, but that doesn't mean I'm not impressed by him yet. I remember, and you're about the Bengals, but I'm talking about the present day. Well, yeah, if you're just talking about just the present day, then that's fine. Yes, you are in. Yes, it sucks for the Saints. You absolutely have every right to feel bad about the Saints. And yes, like me saying like, oh, the Bengals are painful. Obviously not right now. I mean, they are, but not like the Saints are. I'm not saying there's any comparison right now. But you were saying you don't understand. Like, I do fucking understand, dude. Like, my team didn't make the playoffs for 30 goddamn years, and I'm 32 years old. So, the first year that playoff drought started was the year before I was born. They didn't make the playoffs at all until I was like 13 years old, and then even then they didn't win a damn playoff game until a couple years ago. And now things are going pretty all right. I mean, like, this season's been annoying. Last season was annoying because Joe Burrow got hurt. This season started pretty annoying. We might sneak into the playoffs. Who knows? And if we do, we'll see what happens. But you're full of it, Richard. Tyler Huntley. Whoa, Tyler Huntley. Big throw over the middle. And that's going to go down to about the 45-yard line of Tyreek Hill. And Brown's got to do better than that, man. Hot take, Joe Burrow is basically the new Trevor Lawrence. Are you high, Richard? What? New Trevor? What are you talking about? Joe Burrow literally went to the Super Bowl. What? Trevor Lawrence, like, Joe Burrow was like, if Joe Burrow was on a good team right now, he'd be the MVP. Trevor Lawrence is part of the problem on the Jaguars. What on earth are you talking about? That makes no sense. That's a completely ridiculous statement. All right, it's going to be a pitch to Achane, and the Browns let him get about 4 yards, 4 passing amount of bounds. I was saying that because all the playoff failure Saints led us to this crap, but yes, the Bengals are relatively worse back then. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, right. No, I right now you guys have lots of pain. That's not. I agree with that. I'm just saying. I do. I'm just saying I understand. That's all I'm saying. Like, I wasn't arguing with you until you were acting like I don't get it. Like, I do get it. I was there. It was tough. It was tough. It's been tough. 32 years as a Bengals fan. I'm surprised I don't have a heart condition. Good job by the Browns to get to Achane in the backfield there. Shit, I'm surprised I didn't develop a heart condition against the Broncos fucking yesterday. God damn. Trevor Lawrence is a small part of the problem. Yeah, he's a small part of the problem, but he's not helping. He's not playing all that great, and I mean it's not all his fault, but it is somewhat his fault. Joe Burrow is, if Joe Burrow was on like the Bills, they'd be undefeated. I'm almost positive. 3rd and 9. Tyler Huntley rolls back, and he's going to roll out to his right, and the Browns managed to make him throw that ball away. Good job. 4th and 9, and I think they're going to have to punt here. I think it's just a little too far for a field goal. 4th and 9, so I don't think they're going to risk going for it here. Yeah, they're at like the 45-yard line, so they're almost certainly going to punt. If it was like 4th and 1, this would be no man's land, but it's 4th and 9, so they're gonna punt. Yeah, they're at the 44. I'm sorry, but yeah, there's the punt, and that's going into the end zone. There you go. Good bad punt. There we go. Like I said, I don't care. I'll root for. The only thing I won't root for is injuries. Right? I'm not gonna root for injuries, but I will root for any type of chaos, any kind of BS black magic. I don't care. The refs, flag on the Dolphins. Browns get away with, fucking murder on the field. I'm cool with that. I don't give a shit. I'm just rooting for the Dolphins to lose. I don't care how it happens. They could be if we make it to the playoffs and the Dolphins will be like, the refs screwed us. We should have made it to the playoffs, and you guys have a seed that shouldn't be allowed. It's like, well, I don't fucking care. Fuck off. I don't give a shit. Flags, black magic, cheating. I don't give a shit. Deflate that ball. I don't give a shit. Fucking. I'm not gonna root for injuries, so I'm not gonna say Bountygate. But go. Somebody go change the fucking score. Go whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do. I don't give a shit. Cheat, please. Just cheat. Just whatever you need to do for the Dolphins to lose this game. I don't give a shit. Okay. I'm cool with whatever. Also, game's tied. I should probably update that score. The Bengals reminding me of the 2016 Saints. What happened in 2016 for the Saints? Y'all have a bad year that year? I mean, our year hasn't been it's not the worst year we've ever had, for sure. It's definitely a really frustrating year. Oh, yeah, I finished 7-9. I don't know about that. You're going to have to explain that one to me. So, you lost your first 3 games, started winning some more games, ended up 7-8, but you finished 7-9. So, can't even imagine you were really in the playoff race at that point. I don't know if I agree with that. Let me see what was going on with the playoffs at that time. Let's see. So the 6th seed was the Lions, who were 9-7. So yeah, y'all weren't making the playoffs. The second you had 8 losses, you were pretty much not making the playoffs. Yeah, you were behind the Buccaneers and the team that's currently now the Commanders, the Potato Skins. You're behind the Vikings and the Cardinals. All right, it's about an 8-yard pass to Jerry Jeudy. There you go. Yeah, I don't think this is. I kind of understand what you're saying, like good but not good enough. But like y'all definitely weren't in it at the end there. Um, beat the Buccaneers, but I mean you already like by week what was it by week 14 y'all already had 8 losses. I think you're pretty much not like once you get to 8 losses back then you're not making the playoffs, right? Yeah, by week 14, y'all were at 5-8. You're not making the playoffs if you're 5-8, right? Not back then anyway. Now there's more games. Ooh, did the Browns fumble? I don't know if I agree with that. That was just an incomplete pass. I'm gonna have to let's see the replay here, but that was an incomplete pass. I'm almost positive. Dolphins are acting like that's a fumble. I don't agree with that, but I didn't. I also didn't really see the play either. They're saying it's a fumble. Okay. Can I say I want to see the replay? I want to see the replay because I don't know what happened. All right. It's a catch by Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, no, he never caught that. That's not a fumble. That's silly. That's silly. That's not even close. He never controlled the ball. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, he never caught that ball. What are you talking about? No, they'll reverse this. It's not Dolphins ball. You're stupid. All right, yeah, it looks like they reversed it. Okay, it's 3rd and 10 now. Doug Peterson, Press Taylor, and Trent Baalke are the 3 main problems. I'm sure they are. I didn't say Trevor Lawrence was the problem. I'm just saying he's not like Joe Burrow is like should be on a playoff team right now. And Trevor Lawrence hasn't been helping. That's all I'm saying. DTR throws wildly. That didn't go anywhere. But at least it's not a turnover. At least they can punt it away, and hopefully the Dolphins don't score. I'll root for the injury of the Predator. Well, he's not playing anymore, Richard. I think I've said before, like, when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not gonna like get too moral high horsey about stuff like that because, like, if you believe he did it, then that's your own personal sense of justice. I mean, the fact of the matter is the justice system went through and he did not get he did not get convicted of anything, so I can't say he actually did anything. But it does kind of seem like there are a lot of accusations for a guy who didn't do anything. But I don't know that he was a predator, so I'm not going to root for him to be injured, But also, if you think he did it, and you want to root for him to be injured because you think he's a piece of shit, then that's I think that's fair. That's different. That's not what I was talking about earlier. Was rooting for guys to get injured for the sake of like a strategic advantage in football. I'm not going to root for that, Oh God, he's a Rams fan from 2018 now. Who, me? Well, the Rams went to the Super Bowl that year, didn't they? I think the Rams went to the Super Bowl. I mean, I know they lost, but like, I'll take going back to the Super Bowl and losing. I mean, I know we'll have to hear all off season about now suddenly we're 0 we'd be 0-4 in Super Bowls, and everybody's gonna be like, "You're never gonna win a Super Bowl," and they're gonna start like throwing on all the Dan Marino comparisons and shit. But like, I don't give a shit if we go to the Super Bowl, and even if we lose, I'll be happy with that. Let's see. The Rams went 13-3. What are you talking about? What? Unless you're talking about somebody else. In 2017, they went 11-5. It's not even. 2019, they went 9-7 and missed the playoffs. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Yeah, they were the last. They were the last team that didn't qualify for the. So maybe that's what you're talking about. Did they? What happened in their schedule? They beat the Cardinals, but I mean, I guess it's looking like they probably needed the. Did the Vikings win in week 17? Let's see, the Vikings. I can find the goddamn schedule. Here we go. No, the Vikings lost their last 2 games. So no, that's not. I don't think that's quite the same. And if you're talking about 2019, if you're talking about 2018, that's got nothing to do with us right now. But if you're talking about 2019, then it's kind of similar, but it's not quite the same. What's up, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights? Everybody go check his channel out. All offense, no defense. Oh, like that? Oh, okay. Well, they still went 13-3, bro. Like, that's totally fine. Like, if we had all offense and no defense, but we went 13-3 and went to the Super Bowl and still lost, I'd take that. That'd be fine. You know, like, I mean, I don't want to lose. I want to go to Super Bowl and I want to win it this time. Next time we go, I want to win it. But if we go to the Super Bowl again and lose, I mean, like, I'll just be happy to be watching my team. That's what I said when we lost the Super Bowl last time, right? Like, I'm just happy to watch my team play that many weeks in a season, you know? 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. Be a play action pass. It's going to be over the middle, and wow, Tyreek Hill's wide open. Terrible coverage by the Browns there. What is the Cleveland Browns Stadium called? Well, it's Benjamin Murphy. It's actually this really. Oh, wait, actually no, I don't think it is anymore. Hold on, I might be an asshole. First Energy, is that what it is? First Energy Stadium, Huntington Bank Field. Apparently, okay, so that's relatively new. It used to just be called. And the reason I was getting kind of snarky about it for a second is it used to just be called Cleveland Browns Stadium, but I guess it's called Huntington Bank Stadium now. You said cheat. No. Hold on, Mikey. That's not okay. Dolphins. Browns do a great job of blowing that play up, and Dolphins lose like 8 yards there. Great play. Great job there, Browns. All right. No, Mikey. That's not. No. That's different. That's different. Okay. Rams fans, first of all, weren't rooting for cheating. Their team just happened to have the refs give them a BS call in a big game. But that was directly benefiting their team. You know, this is different. I don't give a shit about the pride of the Browns or the pride of the Dolphins or even the sanctity of the NFL. I don't give a shit. I just want the Dolphins to lose. That's all I'm looking for. It's only about the Bengals insofar as it helps our playoff run, but you know, it ain't like that. Like that was different. That was like the Rams directly benefiting, and they didn't cheat. First of all, we've already had this discussion. They didn't cheat. They benefited from a BS call, to be fair, but they didn't cheat. And you know, either way, that's not what I'm talking about. This isn't like I'm not going to root for the Bengals to cheat. I don't want the Bengals to cheat. Now, if the Bengals get some good calls, you know, I'll probably call them out when it happens, but also be like, you know, take the benefits, I guess, you know, especially considering we get calls against us all the time. All right, 3rd and 14. It's going to be a short pass to Achane there, and he gets past the first wave, but not the second one, and so they're going to have to punt again. So this is turning into not a very exciting game to pay attention to so far. It's 3-3. And again, I like defense. I like defensive games. This is not a defensive game. This is a game where both offenses royally blow dick. Honestly. This is a horrible offensive performance on both sides. And that's not nearly as interesting as watching two really elite defenses kind of just like do really well. That's not what's happening here. DTR just has no freaking accuracy. And that goes, that's a touchback. Wow. Looked like I was going to be fair caught at like the 15-yard line and ends up being a touchback. There's also a flag on the play. No, they're not calling for like fair catch interference here, are they? I'll take that. Again, I'll take it. Don't give a shit. Whatever we can do to get the Browns a dub and get the Dolphins a L. I actually don't even give a shit about the Browns getting the dub. I just want the Dolphins to get the L. Whatever we can do. Black magic. And what are they going to call? It doesn't seem like he knows what he's going to call. Personal foul on the receiving team? What? Block in the back, maybe? Huh. Okay, never mind. It's on the Browns. Fuck. Oh, well. Whatever. Jimmy Carter died? Oh. I mean, that was coming at some point. Rest in peace, sir. Yeah, he was like 100 something, wasn't he? Oh yeah, he was 100, not just 100 something. He was 100. All right, well, that's sad, but you know he lived a good life. 100 years old, man was fucking president, and had probably by far and away the greatest post presidency of any president of all time. Like his presidency was, you know, controversial. Let's put it that way. But he also came to be president at a really difficult time to be president, and without getting too into actual politics themselves, just like I think Jimmy Carter kind of got a bad hand, and then people were obviously not happy with the fact that the country wasn't doing so well at the time. So rough presidency for Jimmy Carter, but by far and away one of the best post presidencies of all time. He did a lot of really good charity work and stuff. So that's sad. I'm sorry he died. If the Steelers win next week, I'll try to be nice whenever we have our show. No, you won't, Mikey. No, you won't. You're gonna be rubbing it in my fucking face as much as you can. You know you will. Try to be nice, my ass. I wouldn't try to be nice to you if I had something to rub in your face. If the Dolphins and Browns tie, it also eliminates the Dolphins. Huh, all right. Well, maybe we can get a tie then. All right. I think that would satisfy. Thomas would be happy because, well, now Thomas probably still just wants a loss. So Thomas is rooting for a tank here, right? Thomas wants a top 5 draft pick, which, I don't know why, because it's not like the Browns are any good at drafting anyway. So I don't know if that's going to help too much, but, maybe go get a quarterback with that draft pick. Maybe that'll help. Maybe just don't get Shadir Sanders because he kind of feels like if he goes to the wrong team, he's going to be a real bad bust. But Jameis Winston's on the sideline. I wonder, he's suited up. I don't know. I'd put Jameis Winston in. DTR is terrible. Jameis Winston's erratic, but DTR is awful. DTR is just not an NFL quarterback, frankly. And I'm sorry, if the friends and family of Dorian Thompson-Robinson are watching. I'm sorry, but it's true. He's not good. He's better than I would be, but it's not really the point. All right, from the 5-yard line, damn. That's where they're getting the ball after the block in the back. All right, so Jerome Ford gets the handoff, and he picks up about 5 yards on the carry. Pretty decent little run there. Yeah, look, Mikey, if it's not going to happen because the Bengals are going to beat them and they're going to finish 10-7. But if you're right about the Steelers' record, then feel free to gloat all you want. Honestly, I'd do the same thing to you. It's part of the fun. But it's not going to happen because the Bengals are going to beat them next week. We got the first from the Giants blowing out the Colts. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but that was good for us. Another run from, who's that there, 27? Got about 3 yards. I don't know who 27 is. Deontay Foreman. All right. 3rd and 1. Come on, get a first down, Browns. I don't expect you to go get any points. It'd be nice if you did. I'm not really expecting it, but if you can at least get some points, maybe you can at least punt it a little farther. All right, it's going to be a fullback handoff that time, and Deontay Foreman gets the first down. There you go. First overall. Oh, I see. So you wrapped up the first overall draft pick then? That's damn, okay. And that's, dude, I gotta say, Richard, that's really that's gotta be something, and that's interesting because now you got the first overall pick and you don't need a quarterback, right? Because Drake May's the guy. We can agree. I said Drake May's not gonna be the next big thing, but he's definitely the guy, right? He's your franchise quarterback. Jerome Ford does a pretty good job to get out of that tackle there in the backfield, but unfortunately he still gets no gain from that. It's a flag on the play. And Jerome Ford's hurt. That's not good. That's not good. He's limping off the sideline here, so holding on the Browns too, so that's going to knock him back. That always sucks, when a guy gets hurt and then the refs call a flag on his team. That's always tough. Now he's back on the ground. God damn. I think Jerome Ford's, he might be gone. For this game anyway. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's okay, but he's not, oh yeah, his leg went way back. That didn't look comfortable at all. That's rough. All right, he's back up on his feet now, and he is limping off the field. He's getting a little bit of, he's done. Jerome Ford's done for hopefully just today. But hopefully he's not hurt too bad. But Jerome Ford's done for the day. So I believe that'll be Deontay Foreman who will be the main running back now. That's rough. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Pierre Strong will probably be the starter technically, and then Deontay Foreman's the backup. And they don't have any other running backs on the roster. That's actually maybe a little surprising. I think a lot of teams tend to keep 4 these days. But yeah, so it's going to be Pierre Strong Jr. and Deontay Foreman. Now, they're both pretty decent. I mean, Jerome Ford's already one of their backups, and I think Pierre Strong Jr. and Deontay Foreman are probably just as good as Jerome Ford. So, from a Browns perspective, I mean, that does suck to lose Jerome Ford, but, it's not like he's having an amazing day today anyway. Yeah. No, but that's pretty interesting, Richard. First overall pick when you don't need a quarterback, you can do so much with that. I mean, the Browns, I believe, might have been in that position when they drafted Myles Garrett, because they first overall pick, but they didn't need to take a quarterback, so they went and got Myles fucking Garrett, which is the only reason that they've maintained relevancy for quite a while. Well, no, I guess they did need a quarterback. Because Baker Mayfield was already on the roster in 2017. He wasn't starting, I believe, if I recall. Oh, no, it's 2016. They got the number 1 pick in 2016. That's what happened. So yeah, they went 1-15 in 2016, got the number 1 overall pick, and they definitely did not have a quarterback on the roster at the time. So but they ended up taking Myles Garrett anyway. So I guess whatever. All right, so the Browns got the ball 1st and 19 now after all that crazy ass series of events, and they just keep going backwards, but they maintain first down, so whatever. All right, so it's going to be a play action pass by DTR. He's going to bounce around in the pocket. He throws, and it looks like he's got Jerry Jeudy for about a 17-yard pickup. So that worked out. It's going to be 2nd and 2 now. That was a good strike by DTR. It's about the first time all game I've seen him make a good throw. That was a really good throw. That was a damn good throw by DTR. That was the type of throw that you look at and you're like, that's how you made it to the NFL. But you hardly ever see DTR make throws like that. Bills dominated today. Did they end up shutting out the Jets? Because I know Mikey was worried about that. Deontay Foreman, there you go. Breaks a tackle or two, gets himself across the first down marker. All right. Nope. So the Jets ended up scoring 14, so no shutout there. So, hey, Mikey, sorry about your luck, buddy. Saints remain the only team that has not been that has been shut out this year. That's rough. I'm sorry. We have a thunderstorm where we live. We had a thunderstorm earlier. Yeah. I don't think right now, but we did earlier. Might get a new bunny after the loss of Manila. What do you think would be a good name? Hold on. DTR, play action pass, good protection. Throws, and that's intercepted. That was just a low throw. He had Jerry Jeudy open, too, and he just threw it right to the fucking Dolphins player. Are you fucking kidding? Dude, he is awful. DTR is... Why is he playing? If Jameis Winston is suited up, why is DTR playing? He is awful. DTR... might be worse than who was that guy they had starting in 20? There's a flag on the play. Hold on. It wasn't Brett Hundley, was it? Was it Brett Hundley? What's the flag? Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Dolphins. So it's going to knock him back, but it's not going to overturn the thing. Who was the guy that the Browns drafted a few years ago? It was a second round. And he was the starter the year they went 0-16, I think, or at least he got the most snaps. Um, all right. Tyler Huntley throws and it's caught. Gets down to about the 40-yard line ish. Tyreek Hill does. About a 5-yard pickup. Who was the quarterback? God damn. Deshaun Kaiser, that was his name. All right, Huntley throws in the backfield. Browns do a good job of not giving him anything there. And there's another flag. There's just a ton of flags in this fucking game. And it's looking like it's probably going to be on the Dolphins because they're not happy. I'm guessing holding, probably. Yep, holding on the Dolphins. So repeat second down, but that'll knock him back 10 yards. Terran Armstead. I might get a new bunny. Okay, so a good name for a bunny. I'm glad you're getting a new bunny, by the way. I'm sorry you lost your old one. What would be a good name? I don't know, man. Like, I think you'd have to see the bunny to know what a good name for it would be. I mean, like, I'd name the bunny probably something stupid, right? Like shithead, right? Like, this is what I would name a bunny. I don't know. I named my dog Bork, right? Long ears. I don't know. Bugs. How about Bugs? Bugs would be a good name. It's not super dumb, but it's kind of funny. All right. Tyler Huntley getting scrambled around the pocket, and he gets taken down. There you go. Great pressure by the Browns defensive line, and they bring him down in the backfield. Great play there by the Browns defense. Baker was 2018. Yeah, he was drafted. He was drafted after that 0-16 season, I believe. The 1-15 season got the Myles Garrett, and then the next year they got Baker Mayfield. 7-3 Vikings. 7-2-3 Vikings. Okay, we'll see what happens there. Not gonna lie, we might have won the Lattimore trade. Did you trade Lattimore? I didn't see that. He's on the 49ers. Yeah, well, he's obviously not doing too much there. They're having a bad season. All right, Tyler Huntley rolls back, and they blow the play dead, so I'm guessing it's a false start. Unless it's like unabated to the quarterback, but it rarely is. False start, yep. Rough. Deshaun Kaiser was just plain awful for the Browns. His career in the league didn't last long. Yeah, dude, DTR is like reminds me dead ass of Deshaun Kaiser. It's the same fucking thing, honestly. 3rd and 27 now for the Dolphins. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Dude, this like I said, this is just bad offense. Like, this isn't very good defense. Like there's some good defense here and there, but it's mostly horrendous offense. This has got to be one of the worst games I've watched all year. Like, it's just not. It looks like high schoolers out there playing against an NFL team. All right, 3rd and 27. They throw a short pass and they just try to get some more yards to fucking punt from. So they're probably gonna take this down to the 2-minute warning now, I think. Marshawn Lattimore's on the Commanders. I thought he was on the 49ers. I just looked it up. I accidentally typed in Marcus Lattimore. Okay. Marshawn Lattimore, there you go. According to Saints Wire, the Saints should be the winners of the Marshawn Lattimore trade after the newest injury. Well, I don't know if that counts. Like, I mean, is his contract up? Like, if his contract is up, then I guess. No, I don't agree with that. Just because he got hurt this year, they'll have him for next year, and I mean, I know he's going to be expensive next year, but they could always potentially get him to restructure his contract, which he might do for a contender, and also considering he got hurt and everything like that, right? Otherwise, they'd probably cut him. And if they cut him, you'd be the winners of the trade. But I wouldn't say just because he got injured. I wouldn't say that just yet. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely definitely not good for the Commanders for sure. Then you didn't watch the Seahawks-Bears game. I did not watch the Seahawks-Bears game. I heard about it. I'm glad I didn't watch it But no, this might be the worst game I've watched all year. Like straight up. This is terrible. This is terrible. I heard about the Seahawks-Bears game, though. I heard that was really bad. My cat just broke the nativity scene. Ugh. Damn cats. That's why I like dogs. Cats climb all over everything. Break shit. Get hair everywhere. Dogs are better. Dogs are better. The Giants beat up the Colts, put up 45 on them. They sure fucking did. Thank God, too, because like the Giants' defense wasn't playing well. But yeah, thank God. It ain't over for us yet, y'all. It ain't over for us yet. If the Browns can pull off the win here, then we just need one. We need the Broncos to lose next week to the Chiefs, and we got to beat the Steelers. But if we lose to the Steelers, we're not making the playoffs. Period. So just assuming we beat the Steelers, then we got to get help from the Chiefs, right? Ihmir Smith-Marsette scored a 100-yard kickoff return for the Giants. I told y'all that ISM was going to be a great kick returner in the NFL. And I know he hasn't been great, but like I was really like Khalil Herbert's a guy I keep talking about on this channel because he was a guy who I was like I thought the Bengals should target in the 21 draft. In the 21 draft, I wanted the Bengals to go get Khalil Herbert, and they didn't, but they recently traded for him, and now he seems to be, making a nice little difference on the team. And then ISM was another guy who it was from that 21 draft who I was like, okay, go get Khalil Herbert or go get ISM. That way we got ourselves, a guy who we know is going to be able to return kicks well. And then they didn't go get fucking either of them. I think they stuck with Brandon Wilson returning kicks for a little while at the time. All right. So the Browns get the ball down to about I think it's like the 45-yard line after a not phenomenal punt. So that's good. Maybe they can go get a few yards and at least get a fucking field goal. Like, goddamn, a touchdown would be nice, but I don't know if I want to like expect that or anything. Don't think you can. The 42-yard line, yeah, that's where James Prochet took it to. So, I mean, it was like, to be fair, it was like a 9-yard kick return. But all right, so it's going to be a handoff to Deontay Foreman. He picks about 4 yards there. Good run. Handoff to the right side. Decent little run there. I agree, that's why I love dogs. Dogs are good boys. They just sit there. Well, not always. I mean, they also, like, my wife sometimes gets annoyed with dogs because, hold on. DTR hands the ball off again to Foreman, and he keeps his legs moving, gets across the 50-yard line and across the first down marker, and it's going to be Brown's first down. That clock's moving, but they got 3 timeouts, so it's all good. Just trying to get points on the board before the half. And I believe the Browns get the ball first after the half, too, so they could potentially double up here. DTR throws too short. It's way too short there for Deontay Foreman, and that's going to stop the clock. Yeah, my wife sometimes gets annoyed with the dogs because they're really good at like pushing your guilt trip buttons. Like if they just stare at you and you're trying to do something and you're like, oh, I got to go over and pet you, which is like, it's not doesn't suck to pet a dog, but it's sometimes you're like, I was doing something, but okay, come here. Dogs are really good at hitting the guilt trip button. But I don't mind that so much. I think cats are annoying and destructive, and they like to sink their claws into your legs, and I prefer dogs, personally. What a stupid fucking throw by DTR to Elijah Moore, who does catch it, but it's for like maybe, and it doesn't even look like it's a half a yard that they gave him. Well, what the hell was that? Dude, DTR sucks. Like, he just sucks. Like, I didn't watch a lot of the Browns in 2017, but I remember Deshaun Kaiser being about this bad. Like, the DTR is terrible. He is just trash. Like, my God. Like, do something, man, please. I gotta really use the help here. All right, DTR rolls back. He's gonna throw. He's got number 20 there, Strong. And it's going to be fourth down, but it's going to be fourth down and 1 with 44 seconds left to go. Somebody took a timeout. It's 4th and 1, and I'm guessing the Browns going to go for it here. It would make sense with 1 yard to go. The Dolphins took a timeout. Okay, so I don't know. The Browns might not. The Browns might punt it. But then again, it's the 41. They could maybe go for a field goal here. I wouldn't be shocked to see them take the field goal here, just to try to get it done. They do have 3 timeouts though. Like I don't know. It's kind of a tough situation. You could kind of do you could go any way here. I think punting would be the weirdest decision because the Dolphins. Again, let me rephrase. The Dolphins' offense has been so bad that maybe you would like. If you think you can get the first down, maybe you just go for it because 45 seconds is probably not enough for the Dolphins to get points on the board the way their offense has been. But maybe you just go for it here. It looks like that is what they're gonna do. So maybe unless they try to draw them off sides. So 4th and 1. Nope, they're gonna go for it. It's gonna be a handoff to Foreman who gets hit in the backfield. He might have gotten across the line though. He pushed it forward and the refs are marking him short. But again, we saw this earlier. They marked him short, and then on the replay, it wasn't correct. So the refs are marking him short, but let's see. I don't know if I agree with this. Let's see the replay, because it looked like he ended up extending that hand. So let's see the replay. See the replay. I don't know if I agree with that. Unless they blew the play dead. I obviously I didn't hear any whistle or anything. Knees down there. So, okay, yeah, maybe not. He might have been a little short. Hard to see there. Can we get like a pause here? And he gets hit, drags people with him, but it's like, where is the ball when that knee goes down? That's the question. It's still a bad spot. Regardless of whatever, it's a bad spot. He got more yards than the refs gave him. Well, maybe not more yards, but he definitely got like at least 1 more yard than the refs gave him. Tyler Huntley's going to throw, and that's intercepted by Greg Newsome. There you go. All right, that just reset it right there. There's a flag on the play, and he gets it down to like the 28-yard line. All right, Browns are back in business, depending on what this flag is. Tyler Huntley throws a pick. Pass interference on the Browns. Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. Oh, that's killer. It's Martin Emerson, by the way. I'm sorry. I said Greg Newsome. It was Martin Emerson who got that interception. But oh yeah, that was pass interference. There was no question. Like he fucking ate his head alive. Yeah, that was clearly pass interference. Okay, never mind. I'm going to bitch about it because, again, I don't care about fairness right now. I just want the Dolphins to lose. But that is, to be fair, that was pass interference. That was a very dumb play by Martin Emerson. Like, that wasn't a good one right there. Huntley throws, and it's caught. Oh, my God. It was bobbled and then caught. 21 seconds left. The Dolphins are going to take the second to last timeouts now. Stop the clock, and they're almost in field goal range. Fuck. God damn it, Browns. God, I would hate to be a Browns fan. That sounds awful. God, he bobbled it and then through contact re-secured it. Like, he bobbled it and then got hit by Denzel Ward and then managed to reel it back in. Like, honestly, I can't even be that mad. That was just really impressive. Now the Dolphins have the chance to take the fucking lead. God damn it. Annoying. With 21 seconds left, I mean, they just got to get a few yards to get in field goal range. All right, Huntley rolls back, throws, it's caught. There you go, field goal range. Damn. 16, and they're going to take the second of their... they're going to take their second... No, they're going to take their last time out with 16 seconds left. I don't know why would you let the clock run down a little bit more? I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I think you'd let the clock run down a little bit more personally. Whatever. 2nd and 3, 16 seconds left. I mean, I guess maybe you take a couple shots at the end zone now. If not, you It's got to be at the end zone, right? Because you can't really afford to have that clock moving again. I mean, maybe you okay. So either some shots at the end zones or some shots at the sideline, I guess. But you got to make sure that you get that clock. All right, Huntley throws and it's caught. And ooh, the Browns tackle him inbounds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Dolphins spiked it. Damn. Oh, that was close. That was close, but no, Dolphins spiked it at literally the last second. Oh boy, that was almost a fucking disaster, but they got it done. Damn. Colts suck anyway. AR-15 his ass, and Flacco isn't any better. Flacco's up and down. I'm just glad that that they're eliminated and now we have a shot. I don't really care about it beyond that point. I kind of like AR-15, but he ain't. Did the Dolphins? Oh no, they didn't miss. They almost missed. So that was real close. Scoreboard? Yeah, no. It was 3-3. Oh, I guess it was the first quarter. Yeah, we're actually headed to halftime now. You're right, Mikey. You're right. Thanks. We are headed to halftime now, though. Dolphins get the walk-off points. The Browns do get the ball first, though. So, no doubling up. What a rough way to go, by the way. Like, it looked like the Browns were going to get it. And then they went for it on fourth down. Dolphins get the ball back, and then, just get in fucking field goal range real quick. That sucks. That really sucks. God, I cannot imagine being a Browns fan. That would just be awful. I like both dogs on top. I'm not anti-cat. I'm not really into cats. Like, cats can be fine. I like other people's cats better than I would want cats in my own house, That makes sense? I doubt it, but what if the Bengals Steelers is on Saturday? I mean, I guess that's possible. I guess if Bengals Steelers is on Saturday, I guess I'm streaming on Saturday. I'll have to actually remember this fucking time, but I don't have I don't have gift cards to a restaurant this coming week, so I don't think it's going to be as much of a problem this time. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow or Tuesday. I guess we'll find out. I think the NFL will probably prioritize that game. Like, as far as the schedule goes, I think they'll probably prioritize that game if the Dolphins lose. Because otherwise, the Bengals still need the Dolphins to lose to, like, the Jets. And obviously, the Jets are... they didn't do that great today. But then again, that was against the Bills. The Bills are really good. But Aaron Rodgers has been, other than this week, Aaron Rodgers has been having some decent games lately. Obviously not against the Rams. What did he do? One touchdown. He didn't have a bad game. He just didn't really do a whole lot. Okay, well, I mean, you never know. The Jets won't have anything to play for necessarily, but like with the Dolphins being bad, I could see the Jets taking them next week. I could see the Jets taking them next week. Take them to task. Aaron Rodgers is, not the Aaron Rodgers of old. He's obviously not the same Aaron Rodgers he used to be, but he's still Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he ain't a terrible quarterback. Let's see. His stats this year. Oh, that's one game. Okay. Stats this year. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Aaron Rodgers had a pretty good year this year. The Jets haven't, but Aaron Rodgers, 3,500 yards, 3,511 yards passing, 24 touchdowns, and only 8 interceptions. Like, I mean, he's still pretty good, guys. So, and he's competitive, so he's going to want to play the last game of the season. So, I could see the Jets taking the Dolphins next week. I could. I'm hoping the Browns just do it today, but you know, we'll see. I mean, trusting the Browns to do fucking anything is like pulling teeth. Damn, what an effortless looking throw by Josh Allen there. Like he just kind of flicked it, and it just kind of sailed exactly where it needed to be, and threaded the needle to the receiver. Like it was so effortless looking. Damn, gotta give it to Josh Allen, man. Like I think Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than Josh Allen, but we're talking about like we're like it's not. That's not to say anything against Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen's incredible. I think Joe Burrow is even more incredible than Josh Allen, but that's not to say anything negative about Josh Allen. He's something fucking else. He really is. You're a Bengals fan, so it's not really that much worse than being a Browns fan, if you're honest. No, I disagree with that, Richard. Being a Bengals fan is definitely, decidedly being better than being a Browns fan. Like, I mean, yeah, we haven't won a Super Bowl, but at least we've been like mostly competitive over the last like 20 years. And the Browns have been embarrassingly bad. Like just not even remotely. Most of the time, they're not even remotely competitive. So, I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to win a Super Bowl. But I mean, at least we have some hope. Kind of like what Mikey was talking about. We're talking about like, lately, there's that. And then if you're talking about historically, like, I mean, the Bengals at least went to some Super Bowls. The Browns never did. The Browns, like, always, like, the Browns went to a couple of AFC championships and lost in relatively heartbreaking fashion, like Ernest Biner and his fumble to let John Elway into the Super Bowl. And then it's like you'd have to go back to, like, the 60s to really get to where, being, but that was before the Bengals. So before the Bengals existed, being a Browns fan was certainly pretty good. But since the Bengals have existed, I think the Bengals have been better. So, I mean, it's not horrendously better, to be fair. It's not like it's so much better being a Bengals fan than a Browns fan, but I'd say better. And especially lately, it's much better. But, it ain't quite like this. If Winston played, Browns whip their ass. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, why is Winston suited up? Why is DTR playing? Like, this is stupid. This is honestly stupid. Like, Kevin Stefanski should be fired just for that alone. If he's tanking, then I guess whatever. But, like, why is DTR playing? DTR is trash. DTR is booty cheeks. And Jameis Winston might be erratic, but he ain't that bad. I agree, Brett. I agree. They absolutely should be playing him. Houday. There you go. Houday. And he is active, too. Jameis Winston is active. Just for some reason, DTR is still playing. That's the stupidest thing. I really don't understand. Unless it's like his hip is pretty bad and they don't want to play because his hip is bad, but it's not so bad that like in an emergency situation they couldn't call on him. I mean, I don't know. I feel like DTR is that bad, but I could be wrong. I feel like DTR is so bad that you got to play him if you can. Hey, thanks for the shout out, Jay. Appreciate you. On Twitter, I'm just looking through Twitter and I see Jay, who I'm not following, by the way. But thanks for the shout out, Jay. Bengals fan Kyle Phelps is covering today's game between the Miami Dolphins and the Browns. Why? A Dolphins loss benefits the beloved Bengals. Get your popcorn ready and join the analysis below. Like, yeah, honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, watching me analyze this game is probably more interesting than watching the actual game itself. Because this is a terrible game, guys. This is a slog to watch. I would never watch this game if I didn't have to. Like, for the Bengals' sake, right? Like, we need Colts lost, awesome. Now we need the Dolphins to lose. And I feel just as confident in the idea of the Jets beating the Broncos or beating the Dolphins next week as I do of the Browns beating the Dolphins this week. Actually, maybe even more because with the Jets, it's a rivalry game, right? But at the same time, like it'd just be nice if we could just get it out of the way this week, and then we don't have to worry next week. God, can you imagine if the Dolphins make the fucking playoffs? Like, the NFL would be so pissed. Like, you got Joe Burrow playing at, like, MVP levels, and the Dolphins make the fucking playoffs. Like, the NFL would be fucking furious if that's the fucking slate that they got. Because the Dolphins would just walk in and just get absolutely fucking annihilated in the first round. Like, honestly, if the Bengals make the playoffs, especially the way they played against the Broncos and the way they've played against most teams this year, because I mean the Eagles are the only team they got blown out against, right? So other than that game, the Bengals have been really competitive in all their games, and if they do make the playoffs, they're going to do it through getting through a motivated Broncos team and a motivated Steelers team. So the Bengals will be fucking dangerous if they make the playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to win the first round, but I am saying it's like if the Dolphins make it to the first round, they're going to get obliterated. If the Bengals make it to the first round, if the Bengals make the playoffs, then they got a pretty good shot of winning in the first round, and they got a pretty good shot of winning against anybody, honestly. I mean, they lost to the Chiefs by 1 point, right? They lost to the Ravens by 1 point, and then another time they lost by a few more, but not significantly, right? They lost to the Steelers entirely because of a fumble at the end of the game. I don't think they haven't played the Bills this year, but historically the Bengals play well against the Bills. Who are the other teams? Chargers. Bengals played the Chargers close, and that one wasn't decided by like 1 point or whatever. But I mean, they're not going to play the Chargers in the first round anyway. But they could totally beat the Chargers if they played them again, especially if the defense plays a little better, right? Instead of letting up 34 points, maybe they could only let up, 30. Then Joe Burrow, drops 31. Yeah, so I mean, it's like the Bengals could beat anybody who's in the playoffs. The Dolphins, though, I don't think can. I think if the Dolphins make the playoffs, like, that's the worst case scenario for the NFL. I think they'd rather see the Broncos make the playoffs. And the Broncos wouldn't be a terrible thing. It wouldn't be as good as seeing Joe Burrow in there, like, having a shot. And a Bengals team with a defense that seems to kind of be starting to go in the direction of getting their shit together, right? Like, and I'm not sitting here saying the Bengals defense is suddenly good just because they beat the Broncos. But they have been getting it done to some extent lately, and they've been getting more turnovers. Lou Anarumo apparently changed the scheme, simplified the defense, and it seems to be working. So all those factors together, the Bengals get in the playoffs, they're fucking dangerous as anybody else, So I wouldn't, if I'm the NFL, I want, maybe not any other NFL team, but if I'm like the NFL, like administration, and like the marketing team and whatever, I want the Bengals in the playoffs because the Dolphins would be a fucking disaster. The Broncos wouldn't be that interesting. And yeah, those are the only two teams right now. Like, for the 7th seed, the only teams that I think are in contention at all are the Bengals, Dolphins, and Broncos. And the Bengals need the most help out of all those teams. But, I mean, sort of. The only reason I say sort of is because the Dolphins are very bad. And the Broncos are about as... The Broncos are about as dumb as we are. And they drop games that they shouldn't drop. And they're stupid and they drive their fans insane. The difference is we have more talent on our team. So I think the best case scenario from a neutral fan perspective is the Bengals making it. I really do. Could the Cincinnati beat the Ratbirds? Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I mean, the Bengals took them really close twice this year. I think that they only lost by 1 point earlier this year, if I recall. And the other one was real close too. Yeah, they lost the first time they played the Ravens, they lost 41-38. And the second time they played the Ravens, they lost 35-34. So absolutely, the Bengals could beat them. No question. That first one, I actually had this up in a Google Doc earlier. Here we go. Evan McPherson missed a game-winning field goal in overtime in Week 5 against the Ravens. If he doesn't miss that field goal, then we win that game. And then he missed 2 field goals in Week 11 I'm sorry, that was the Chargers. The Bengals actually could have walked off and won against the Ravens if Joe Burrow found a relatively open Jamar Chase at the end of that game. So that's how close both of those games were, right? Like that's how close both of those games were. So yeah, we could definitely beat the Ravens, no question. Ravens fans like to act like Lamar Jackson's our daddy, and like, no, I'm sorry. Like I at one time, yes, but now it's even. Just because like like he's won against these last two games, but it's not like it was a decisive win, right? It was close, and recently it was because freaking Evan McPherson missed the field goal, right? The Dolphins will be at Jets. Frozen fish gonna flop. I sure hope so, stranger. I'd like to not have to care. I'd like for the Browns to just get the job done today, and then we don't have to worry about the Dolphins Jets game. But I definitely think the Jets could potentially beat them. Anyway, Browns get the ball first. DTR throws and looked like he had a guy there, but gets knocked down because he had a lot of pressure in his face on that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Bengals-Lions Super Bowl. Who wins? Yeah, I didn't talk about the NFC for a reason, Mark. I honestly don't know at that point. Depends on how the Bengals defense is playing. If the Bengals defense is legitimately better, the Bengals might win that one, honestly. All right, DTR throws about a 3-yard pickup to Jerry Jeudy. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Yeah, so maybe if the defense is playing better, the Bengals could win that one. If the defense plays the way they did against the Broncos, then it's a toss up, I think. Most people would the Lions would be favored first of all in the odds. Can the Bengals beat them though? Yes. Will they win? I don't know. I hope so. I think they totally can though. 3rd and 6, DTR. He rolls back, throws, and oh my God, he had Jerry Jeudy who fucking dropped it. That was a first down, dude. Are you kidding me? What a fucking letdown. Jesus God, Jeudy. That's why the Broncos fucking got rid of your ass. You're welcome for the tweet. Unrelated. Hey, Jay. I tried water in a beer can for the first time, and it's good as what I pour out of a Brita pitcher. Canned water is one heck of a gimmick. Interesting. So did you buy water that was in a can? That's interesting. I would imagine that probably tastes better than bottled water, right? Yeah, game is back. It sure is. Fix the scoreboard. Thanks, Richard. I'm only kind of half paying attention to this game, to be fair. But you're right. My bad. Quarter 3, Dolphins up 6-3. And there's just nothing else going on. I think the Browns punted too. Yeah, the punt. Bajorquez punts to the Miami 28. So that's where the Dolphins are going to get the ball, and hopefully the Browns can just stop them. Maybe get a defensive score, Maybe something can fucking happen instead of just bad offense on both sides. This is the worst game I may have ever watched. No. I was going to say the worst game I've ever watched in my entire life, but I feel like a few years ago, the Broncos and the Colts had a Thursday night football game that was just pathetically bad, from both teams. And I don't remember, but I think I remember Brandon Perna made a video about it or something like that. And that was a bad game. That might have been worse than this. But this is a bad game, guys. This is the only reason I'm sticking with this one. And the only reason I'm streaming it in the first place is because it matters for the Bengals, right? But the only reason I'm sticking with this one is because I need to see what happens. And also I missed the Bengals game yesterday, so I said I'd do it, and all that shit. So yeah, that's where we're at. What happened in the rest of the scores, right? So we had the Vikings are up on the Packers right now at halftime, 10-3. Bills obliterated the Jets 40-14. Raiders beat the Saints 25-10. Giants blew the Colts out, at least offensively, 45-33. What a game. Eagles beat the Cowboys 41-7. Buccaneers beat the Panthers 48-14. Jaguars beat the Titans 20-13. I don't care anymore what the Jaguars do. I was, maybe going to have to hold out hope for them to beat the Colts. But luckily, the Giants did their fucking job. And then earlier this week, Chiefs beat the Steelers 29-10. Ravens beat the Texans 31-2. And, yeah, I'd say, both of those games did not go the way I was wanting. Because, I don't want the Steelers to win the division, but I'm definitely not going to root for them to win against anybody. But yeah, I don't know. I was rooting for the Chiefs just because they're not the Steelers. So I guess that game kind of turned out the way I wanted, but it was relatively neutral, really. Oh my God, Tyler Huntley with a really good fucking throw there, and Tyreek Hill looks like he's running backwards. Yeah, I think he's just turned around or whatever, but still gets the first down, whatever. Flag on the play though. Final score prediction 6-6 tie. I think that's good, right? That'd be good. I'll take a 6-6 tie. Oh, it's gonna be a face mask on the Browns. Damn. Yeah, I think a 6-6 tie helps us, right? Let me check the playoff machine. Yeah, that was... Dude, Martin Emerson is like a fucking penalty machine right now. That's not good at all. All right, so if the Dolphins and Browns tie, and let's say the Vikings beat the Packers, Commanders beat the Falcons, and Lions beat the 49ers, and that finishes up this week, I think. And then if the Chiefs beat the Broncos, hold on. It's going to be a throw from Huntley, and that's going to be a first down, just terrible coverage. So if the Broncos beat the... Wait, hold on. What? No, I'm sorry. If the Broncos beat the Colts, well, then they just clinch. Okay. So if the Colts beat the Broncos, and then the Bengals beat the Steelers, and the Dolphins beat the Jets... Okay, so yeah, a tie would clinch it. Okay, I'm fine with a 6-6 tie. That's fine with me. 6-6 tie. Let's go. Let's go tie. Let's go tie. Let's go tie. Let's go tie. Unfortunately, the Dolphins are moving the ball right now, so I don't think they're going to stay at 6 points. Browns did a good job of stopping them in the backfield there, though, so that was going to push them back a yard or two. But unfortunately, I think the Dolphins are probably going to get another field goal on this drive. So we're starting to get to territory of the Browns going to start needing to fucking really push it in and get some touchdowns here at some point. Or at least one. Yep. 2nd and 11. Can you get the job done? Boy, a turnover here would be huge, though. Turnover would be huge. Huge. All right, Huntley. Shotgun formation, takes a snap, rolls back, throws, and that's caught by Tyreek Hill. Didn't really get a whole lot there. And he, fell after catching it, but still got the first down. That moves the ball forward. So, like I said, looking like they're probably going to get a field goal here on this drive. Not great. Hey, maybe they'll have a 9-9 tie. You never know. 9-9 tie would be pretty good. I don't care as long as the Dolphins don't win. I just need the Dolphins to not win, y'all. That's all I really care about in this game. Hey, you know what? Colts lost. I'll take that. All right, Huntley, shotgun snap, rolls back. He's gonna throw, and that's caught. Ooh, that was a fucking strike by 85 there. Carcraft. I've never even heard of him before. Damn it, Browns. Fucking useless ass team. That's River Craycraft. Crackcraft. River Crackraft. Craycraft. Whatever. He's a 6th-year player who I've never heard of out of Washington State. Literally never heard that name in my goddamn life. But alright, that's who caught the pass. Alright. Huntley hands the ball off. Oh, no, fakes the handoff actually, and he's going to keep it himself and run. And I think he might have gotten in the end zone. Fuck. Browns and just absolutely trash fucking defending. Absolutely horrendous defending. God damn it, Browns. Alright, well, touchdown, Dolphins. And it's starting to not look so good for the Browns. After the field goal, it's going to be a 10-point lead, which feels insurmountable the way the Browns fucking offense is playing, right? Like, it's conceivable that they could go get another touchdown, but we're in the third quarter now. Is it really that conceivable that they're going to score 2 more times in the entire game? I don't know. I did say it was going to be 14-12, so maybe they missed the extra point. Nope, they made it. Okay, never mind. My prediction died. Sorry, guys, my prediction's wrong. But maybe the Browns can win 14-13, which would require them scoring 11 points, which would require them. Hold on. That'd be a touchdown and 2 safeties, so probably not, right? But I can dream. Or no, a touchdown and an extra point a 2-point conversion, right? And then a field goal. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, Browns get this is how it could work, right? Browns get a field goal on like the next drive or maybe the drive after that. And then, they just don't do so well the rest of the game. But the defense stops the Dolphins from getting any more points. And then on the final drive, well, that would be stupid, wouldn't it? Well, you know what? You never know. It's a hypothetical scenario anyway, right? So on the final drive, the Browns score a touchdown. So they get to 6 and they score a touchdown, and then instead of taking the extra point, they choose to go for 2 and then get the 2-point conversion, right? Like, I mean, that'd be the dumbest fucking move of all time. Why don't you just take the extra point there instead of risking losing? But you never know. Maybe they could do that. I don't know. Is Cleveland D playing like they are Deshaun Watson? Yeah, it's true. You got fucking Myles Garrett on your team. Like, how is your defense not better than this? And like Martin Emerson, pretty good cornerback, but he's getting fucking killed on penalties today. I mean, the Browns, Grant Delpit at safety, like, you've got talented guys on the defense. How are they this bad? They really are not. Like, they've been having a fine game, but not really, because like the Dolphins for the most part have just been playing really poorly. I mean, you see that. There's a drive where the Dolphins are playing well and they go down and they get a fucking touchdown, right? So I wouldn't say the Browns defense is playing that well today. But I mean, they've got a lot of talent, and it's weird. Oh boy. Like I said, I don't have any real faith that the Browns are going to pull this off today. But you never know, right? You never know. Man, that was almost a missed field goal too. What a shame. And then the doink, and then it went in. I mean, I mean, even if they missed both of those field goals, it'd be what would it be right now? It'd be 7-3, and even that feels insurmountable for the way the Browns' offense is going, right? But didn't have faith in the Giants either. I had a little bit of faith in the Giants, right? Because like Drew Lock isn't a terrible quarterback, right? He wasn't what the Broncos needed, and didn't end up getting to be the guy there. But Drew Lock was never like an awful quarterback. So I would rather have Drew Lock in there than Daniel Jones. Like, I think that's actually an upgrade. And then you got like Malik Neighbors, is a fucking, like, Malik Neighbors is insane. Super talented. So I mean, like, it's like, yeah, they're a bad football team, but like they got some talent. And the Colts are kind of, like a team that you can't really trust either. So DTR is going to fake the handoff, and he's just going to throw it up, and it's an awful throw once again. Over the top of the head of number 88 there. It was Jordan Atkins, I believe. Is that his name? DTR is just fucking trash, dude. Like, honestly, I'm kind of almost at the point where, like, I think it's actually more realistic that the Jets would beat the Dolphins next week than that the Browns would beat them this week. Fucking trash. Fucking absolute trash. I'm an upgrade over Danny Penny's. Hey, that dude could run. I don't know you, stranger. I don't know you're like how good you like in physical shape you are and stuff, but I mean Daniel Jones could run. What is DTR doing? What the fuck? Like he just like straight up like evaded a sack and then like ran, but instead of looking for somebody to throw to, he just ran and slid for 1 yard. What, dude? He is terrible. Oh my god. He is horrendous. 3rd and 8 now. God damn. They have no shot. They got to get Jameis in there. If they don't get Jameis in there, they're done. And that's a fucking false start by the Browns, too. Dude, if they don't put Jameis in, they might as well just give up. Like right now. They might as well forfeit right now. Put Jameis in or you're done. DTR is terrible. DTR is just straight booty. Now, maybe the Browns want to lose, right? The whole top 5 draft pick thing. Maybe Thomas isn't the only one trying to tank. But, dude, they got to put Jameis in there. Like, if I was Myles Garrett right now, I'd be fucking rioting. Like, if they, like, put Jameis in there or you're going to hear it from me. You gotta, I mean, Jameis isn't the greatest quarterback of all time, but, like, it's better than this. Oh, my God. DTR's with the pressure and just gets he ends up throwing the ball away. And now it's going to be 4th and 13. They might even get him for intentional grounding here, too. Holy fuck. Dude, he might be the worst quarterback. Intentional grounding, yep. I mean, I've seen Nathan Peterman play, but DTR is bad. Oh my God. I'm 53 with noodle arms. Okay, I see what you're saying. Still a better choice than Danny. Well, there you go. There you go. I'm going to call Thomas. I wonder if he'll pick up. Maybe we can get his perspective on this disaster. See if we can get him. All right. Punt is away. 4th and 24.
What's up?
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you picked up. I'm just so you know, I'm live right now. What the fuck is up with DTR? He's awful, dude. He might be the worst quarterback I've ever seen.
I did a Jerry Judy touchdown right now.
Do what?
I did a Jerry Judy touchdown, so I went 100 bucks.
Yeah, me too. I need a Jerry Judy touchdown too, so y'all can get back in the game so that you can eliminate the Dolphins.
Look. First of all, Kyle, we need to lose.
I know.
We need draft picks.
But I don't care.
I want Cam Ward badly. I'm actually at the game right now.
You're at the game?
Yeah, I bought tickets for $22.
Yeah, I imagine you did. $22, guys. He bought tickets for $22. That's how bad this team is.
How about that Bengals game last night?
Oh, dude, I almost lost my mind when Cade York doinked that kick.
Of course it was Cade York. I'm like, that's trash ass motherfucker.
I know. You have some shit to say about that.
I'm so pumped they went for that. They went for a touchdown. Like, T. Higgins is that boy. T. Higgins is that boy.
Dude, we got to pay him. We got to bring him back.
Yeah, you got to figure out something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should be fine. Y'all might have to lose the defense player, though.
Yeah, no, I think I mean, the defense got the job done against the Broncos, to be fair, but like it's been a horrible year for them.
So y'all in the playoffs if the Dolphins got to lose. No. Who did y'all play yesterday?
We played the Broncos.
The Broncos. So the Broncos lose next week and y'all win, y'all get the playoff spot?
No, the Dolphins have to lose too, actually. So the Broncos have to lose, the Dolphins have to lose, and we have to beat the Steelers.
Who do the Dolphins play next week?
Jets. And frankly, based off of what I'm seeing, I think I'm more confident in the Jets potentially beating them than y'all, because this is horrendous.
Oh, no. The Browns ain't losing winning another game for the rest of the season.
Yeah, not if they're playing DTR, I'll tell you that.
You know, we're winning another game. We got to get that draft pick.
You're not winning another game for the rest of time if DTR is your quarterback.
No, Cam Ward is going to be our quarterback next year.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Maybe Joe Flacco, then Cam Ward in that order.
A guy in my chat just said you'd have to pay me a lot more than $22 to go to a Browns game where they aren't playing the Bengals. It's funny. Funny. I remember one time I was actually talking with my friends. This was back in like college, but I was talking with my friends about potentially buying tickets to a Browns game because they had seats for like $6. That would have been a good investment, I think, but didn't end up doing it.
Yeah, tickets are cheap when they're bad.
Yeah,
So,
I mean they're.
Yeah, it's raining like crazy out here too. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hit you up. It's loud and my battery's going down on my phone. So
yeah, no, I feel you. I just wanted to get your perspective on DTR.
Yeah, he's not good.
All right.
He's not good. I mean, like he's really fast, very athletic. He has some potential. I really have some hope in him. At least he'll throw a lot of interceptions like James Winston, but he throws 0 touchdowns. So what does it matter?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
What does it matter?
He is awful, dude. His accuracy is just awful. Like what the hell? But anyway, I know you got to get going. I'll let you go, Bo.
Hey man, stay safe, homie.
All right. Hey, there you go, Myles Garrett. There you go, taking him down. Awesome. All right, that was fun. There you go. Stranger says Garrett got him. Yeah, sure did. Sure did. Got to stay alive. Myles Garrett might have to win the game on his own, but he can do it. Yeah, Thomas wants the Browns to lose because Thomas he wants Cam Ward. And is Cam Ward going to be drafted number 1 overall? I don't know. I actually don't know how all that works. I haven't been paying any attention to the draft. I said once the Bengals get to 9 losses, I'll pay attention to the draft. Hadn't gotten there yet. All right, 4th and 9. All right, punt his way, and it's going to be fair caught around the 30 by James Prochet II. All right. Come on. Can the Browns do something, man? Like, I mean, I know they're like they have like no talent on offense at all. But like, I mean, dude, Jerry Jeudy was a 1st-round draft pick, wasn't he? David Njoku was a 1st-round. Is he even playing? I haven't even seen him today. Oh, he's out. Fuck. Well, that's probably part of the problem. Jerry Jeudy was a 1st-round draft pick one time, right? Maybe he can do something. Deontay Foreman was like an underrated 4th-round draft pick who ended up on the Browns somehow. Joel Bitonio is a good left guard. Wyatt Teller is a good right guard. Jack Conklin. I mean, they got a good offensive line, you know? Maybe the offensive line can score some touchdowns. Yeah. I mean, Elijah Moore is a pretty okay receiver. Wouldn't say he's a game changer, but he's pretty okay. I dropped that ball earlier. No, that was Jerry Jeudy dropped that ball. Something happened with Elijah Moore. Oh, it was a big overthrow by DTR. That's what it was. Garrett scoop and score sounds like one of the more reasonable ways they could win. Oh, 2 Garrett scoop and scores. It does sound like more reasonable way for them to win. You're not wrong, stranger. That's probably. Man. I missed a golden opportunity to ask Thomas how do you do this as a Browns fan? Like root for the Browns. Like I'm this one single fucking game that I'm trying to root for the Browns, and it's just it's like pulling teeth. Deontay Foreman takes this handoff, and despite terrible run blocking, picks up a couple yards there. William, what's up? Says we are still in the playoff race. Yes, we are. We are still in the playoff race. We got a big fucking gift from the Giants eliminating the Colts. So now it's the Broncos and the Dolphins that stand in our way. And hoping that the Browns can get something done against the Dolphins today. And then we got to root for the Chiefs to beat the Broncos next week. And then we got to beat the Steelers. But yes, we are still in it. All right, it's going to be, DTR takes it, and he actually makes a good play for once. He keeps it himself and runs it. And this might be the best offensive drive the Browns have had all day. Maybe. They did get that. They did have that one field goal drive. If I recall that field goal, they were doing okay in that field goal drive. So we'll see. Kind of a shame Jerome Ford's out because he was kind of an underrated player for them, but whatever. All right, it's going to be a handoff, and he gets past a few guys, picks up about 5 yards there. Not bad. Yeah, Browns got that field goal drive. Wasn't the greatest drive of all time, but yeah, they got it down to the to like the 7-yard line and then fiddled out. So okay, maybe not the best drive they've had so far, but it's pretty close. Pretty close to the best drive they've had so far. Browns really got to get a turnover though. That's like, if the Browns are going to make a comeback, they're going to need a turnover, and it's going to need to probably be in phenomenal field position too. 2nd and 7. Come on, let's go get a touchdown, baby. All right, it's going to be a pitch to Deontay Foreman, and he keeps his legs moving. Nice little run there. Picks up about 5 yards, and it's going to be about 3rd and 3. There's a flag, though. Fuck. Yes, we should have signed Campbell. Calais Campbell? That's on the Dolphins. Hell yeah. Holding on the Dolphins. I didn't even see that happen. I don't give a shit. As I said, for those of you who weren't here earlier, I'm rooting for all the black magic and penalties, and I just want the Browns can cheat for all I give a shit. I don't care. I just want the Dolphins to lose, even if it's unfair. I don't give a shit. Fuck the Dolphins. They're in our way. I wouldn't want the Bengals to win like that, but if it's not the Bengals directly involved, then fuck it. Browns cheat. Do it. Cheat. Deflate that ball. There you go. Now he's on the Dolphins still. Oh my god, DTR. He's fucking sacked on that play. Campbell? Campbell who? We should have signed Campbell who? You're going to have to explain that one to me. Was it Calais Campbell? I mean, Calais Campbell's like... You mean like in the offseason? Because he's been with the Dolphins all year, right? I mean, yeah, Calais Campbell will be all right, but I mean, we also needed to we signed Sheldon Rankins, which I know. DTR once again gets sacked, and I think he fumbled and the Dolphins recovered. Are you fucking kidding me? I hate everything. God fucking damn it. God damn it, dude, he is the worst quarterback I have ever seen in my life. He might be the worst. The only thing he's not doing is throwing a bunch of interceptions like Nathan Peterman, right? But he's awful. He is just trash. Why is he in the NFL? God, I can't wait until I get to watch Aaron Rodgers play against the Dolphins next week. That'll be better. Better than this. Oh my God. Kind of a shame I didn't, stream the Colts and Giants game, but I did that strategically just so, we could know the score of both games and I could react to the idea of that, right? But man, I definitely picked the worst game to watch. This is terrible. Mikey is an idiot. Okay, he put the loss they had from the Raiders at 24-1. How do you only score 1 point? Oh, did he mess that up? I think he had it right earlier. He must have accidentally deleted it at one point or something. Go refs, beat the fish. Yeah, I agree. Go refs. Honestly, at this rate, I think I feel more comfortable rooting for the refs to win this game than I do the Browns. I think the refs have a better chance at winning this game than the Browns do. Honestly, they're so bad. They are just absolute trash. And Thomas is over here oh, we better go get Cam Ward. But okay, great. If you go get Cam Ward, your defense still sucks. I don't know if that's going to, make the difference, honestly. Preseason? I don't give a shit. Still better than Watson? No, he's not. He doesn't cost as much as Watson. He's, they didn't give up a bunch of draft picks and, guarantee him $230 million. But as far as, actual individual play goes, no, DTR is worse. Thomas said on the phone, it's he hasn't thrown any interceptions. But he also hasn't thrown any touchdowns. 0. God, he is just awful. Man, I feel bad because I'm just shitting all over this guy. He's a fucking person. He doesn't deserve to be he doesn't deserve to have me sitting here just fucking roasting him alive. And just being a complete asshole about it. But I call it I see it. And he's just bad, guys. I'm sorry. He's just awful. Let's see. This year he's had I'm not getting any stats. Here we go. Yeah, no touchdown. He hasn't thrown a single touchdown. And he's thrown 5 interceptions. Like, yeah, no, like, he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. Cool. He's still thrown 5 damn interceptions in 5 games and no touchdowns. So, yeah, he's worse than Watson. Like, I mean, yeah, like Watson's impact because of all the money and the draft picks and stuff, that's worse. And also, like, the PR nightmare and everything, yeah, I'll give you that. But just as a pound to pound, as far as, like, their competencies as players, DTR is worse. 3rd and 5 from the 40. Maybe the Browns can stop them here. And yeah, well, they got a good pass rush. They weren't able to complete it though, and they may have stopped them. But the Dolphins are saying it's a first down. The refs don't seem to necessarily agree, and I like it that the refs are not agreeing. But that's probably going to be field goal range for him though. You saw they reconstructed his 2-year. I did, yeah. Yeah, he yeah, I saw they I saw that. Well, he might have gotten it actually. Hold on. I think they marked him short on the field. It's really hard to tell from that angle. I don't know if you have a good angle. I don't know if there's a good enough angle to really see from this one. Dolphins are going to go for it? Or are they... Okay, they're challenging it now. So, okay, well, I guess we'll see. The Dolphins were getting ready to go for it, though. Being worse than Watson is hard, but DTR is good at it. Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, Watson... Okay, look, Watson wasn't good. That's not... I'm not sitting here trying to argue that Deshaun Watson was good. Like, let's see what Deshaun Watson's stats... Just this year, you know? We can also look at his other Cleveland stats in general. But just this year, the man threw 5 touchdowns. He only threw 3 interceptions, to be fair. But yeah, he didn't do hardly fucking anything, did he? My God. But yeah, dude, DTR, 0 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Like, you know, he's played less games than Watson and thrown more interceptions. So yeah, I get, that might be a good angle there. He might have actually gotten it. I think Huntley might have gotten that. You guys out if they lose, because Dolphins will probably lose week 18, so then who gets the spot? No, we're not out if they lose. If the Dolphins... Oh, wait. You guys out if they lose. What? What? Dolphins will probably lose week 18, then who gets the spot? Oh, well, okay, if we lose to the Steelers, we're out. Yeah. And then if we lose and the Dolphins lose and the Broncos lose, then the Broncos would make the playoffs. Like, the only teams left in it are the Broncos, Dolphins, and Bengals, in that order. And if both the Dolphins and the Bengals lose, then the Broncos would make the playoffs regardless of if they win or not. So it's just us three. We're all that's left. And it'd be nice if the Browns could help us out, and then it'd be just us and the Broncos left. But, you know, it doesn't look like the Browns are going to be competent enough to do that. Not sure why the Dolphins want to get blown out by the Bills in the playoffs. Idiots tank for a new QB. Well, they're not going to be tanking for a new QB, Richard. I mean, first of all, they're not going to be doing that because they still believe in Tua. And rightly they should. You know, they shouldn't be tanking for a quarterback when they got a guy they drafted number 3 overall who's pretty good. Like, that's stupid. Honestly, like, I mean, no offense, but that's the dumb thing to do. You got a guy you drafted number 3 overall who is your franchise quarterback, even though he's had some issues. He's not perfect, and he's had a lot of injury problems. But no, I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with tanking when Tua is your quarterback. That's just not, that ain't it. I think they might have given them the first down. Nope, they're saying 4th and inches. So let's see if the Dolphins, do they have the balls to go for it here? I mean, honestly, I'd kick the field goal if I was... I mean, I know that's not how Mike McDaniel tends to do things. But, I mean, I would kick the field goal here if I was the Dolphins, right? Because, like, you know, that's a big momentum shift if the Browns stop them. And they actually, I think they're going to. Browns stop them. Turnover on downs. Browns get the ball back. God damn. They should have just... I'm telling you, they should have gone for the field goal. Because now the Browns get a little bit of momentum. You know, and obviously DTR is going to have to do something, anything. So maybe that's what McDaniel's thinking. He's like, you know, DTR ain't going to beat us. So, like, fuck it. Let's see if we can, like, go, like, put this game away now. So, I mean, I get what he's thinking. I do. But you're also risking giving the Browns momentum. And it's not like your team's doing that well either, Mike. So, Clowns got the stop. They sure did. They sure did. Hopefully they can, this can be the momentum shift they need. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, DTR throws, and that's caught by Jordan Atkins, who stays on his feet, picks up the first down. There you go. That's a good play. Broke like 3 tackles. Well, broke 2 tackles and carried a third guy with him to get there. So that was a really good play. Like I said, can we get some momentum? Browns get a touchdown here, 13-3, and then you're heading into the fourth quarter with a 3-point ball game. Like, let's do that. And then the Browns will have all the momentum too. So, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Go get a touchdown here, and then you got a real shot. You got a real shot. Achan's pissed because he got tackled. It was a horrible 4th down call. Like that play call was terrible. From the 49-yard line, DTR takes a shotgun snap. Got good protection. Oh my god. He's so bad, guys. He is so bad. He just threw it straight in the fucking dirt. Deontay Foreman never had a shot at it. He is awful. Dude, the fucking Browns fan on the TV is just like, I cannot imagine being a Browns fan. Where the fuck were you throwing that ball? What the fuck? Oh my god. He is the worst quarterback I have ever seen at the NFL level. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry. Nathan Peterman was more, like, erratic with the football, but my god. Dolphins are challenging that it was a fumble. But, I mean, I don't like... Because, I mean, they basically blew the play dead. So, you can't... I don't even know if you even can challenge this. Because, like, the Browns didn't really have a legitimate chance to try to recover the fumble. Nobody ever really made a free... I mean, can you give the ball to the Dolphins? Like... Can you give the ball to the Dolphins if the Browns are, like, if the refs are telling them that the play's dead, and then the Browns just, like, aren't going to be doing anything because the play's dead? Yeah, look at all that confusion by the refs. Like, and that's because of the refs. Like, that's that's also clearly a forward pass. That was going just barely forward, but that was forward. So I'm sorry, but it was ruled a forward pass on the field. That's a forward pass. Like, I'm sorry, but that ball went a little forward. That's a forward pass. Like, I'm sorry, but that's silly. And if they did give, that would be stupid, right? If they did give the Dolphins the recovery, that would be even stupider because the refs basically told them on the field. I think Sands is called. Okay, as I said, that's not a turnover. That's silly. Hi, John. Mikey is live. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing. I think somebody asked him to do a post game show, so I think he's doing a post game show. I was actually a little late to this stream because I was hanging out with him on his Saints stream, the Saints Raiders game, and I kind of lost track of time, and I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to go live. So, I think I still got here before the game started, but just barely. I meant to start at 3:45, and I ended up starting like at 4:04. So, 2nd and 10. It's going to be a handoff to... There you go. Breaks past a man, down to the 40, down to about the 31, 32-yard line. That was a great run there. That was great. Way to shake off that almost turnover. Dumb challenge. What would you get if your successful play was blown dead? That's what I'm saying. Like, can they even award the Dolphins possession when they blew the play dead? Like, I don't think you can. But it wasn't a forward. It was a forward pass anyway. I mean, just by a little bit, but it went forward. So, that was a weird decision by. What the fuck was that play? What the shit? Okay, so it was a play action. That was a play action pass. They fake the handoff to the running back, who runs into a tight end who's who's pulling from the right side to the left, and they collide with each other. And then DTR tries to throw the ball, but he throws it like 5 yards behind the guy he was targeting. What the fuck was that play? What? What am I even watching right now? Am I watching football or am I watching bullshit? Because I think I'm watching bullshit. DTR, shotgun snap, throws, caught by Jerry Jeudy. About a 6-yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd down and 4. What a ridiculous fucking... That was a dumb play by the Browns. Dolphins are so ass, Browns are worse. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Richard. Like earlier, you're like, the Browns have a decent chance because the Dolphins are so bad. Yeah, but the Browns are worse. Trust me, the Browns are worse. All right, 3rd and 4. Come on, keep the drive alive, please. Help me out a little bit. DTR throws, and that's caught. There you go, Jerry Jeudy. 1st down the 15-yard line. There you go. They got momentum on their side right now, and if you can take advantage of it, that could really turn this game around. It really could. And I'm sorry to all the Browns fans who want a better draft pick, but no, you don't get it today. The Dolphins get eliminated from the playoffs today, y'all. For the first time since 2019, no team is going to go from worst to first in 2024. Huh. Interesting stat there. All right, 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line, actually. It's going to be a short pass to Jerry Jeudy. Looked like it was a screen, but it was a very poorly defended screen. And he gets taken down about a yard in the backfield. The flag, though. What's the flag? Cheat. Go refs. Hold on. I got a pom-pom here. Here we go. I got 2. This is from when the Bengals I got these from the Bengals unnecessary roughness on the Dolphins. Let's go. I got these, the Bengals Raiders playoff game where the Bengals won their first playoff game in 30 years. So, anyway, CHEAT. What does that spell? Cheat. Go refs. Let's go. Fuck over the Dolphins. Make my life a little easier. Woo! Fuck the Dolphins. Yeah, that's I'm not a cheerleader if you can't tell. But yeah. Cheat. Let's go. Tua is not a franchise quarterback. He might be a good quarterback for the Dolphins, but that's a low standard. I disagree with that, Richard. Tua's pretty good. I mean, he's not great, but I mean, he's like, I'd say Tua's like if Andy Dalton was more talented, right? That's about where I put Tua. Like, he's a little above average. He's not elite. But, he's like consistently top like 12 or something like that. Deontay Foreman takes the handoff. He picks up like 5 yards there, and that's pretty good. It's like half the distance to the goal. Unnecessary? What was unnecessary? Dumb challenge? Yeah. Oh, if you're talking about the challenge, totally unnecessary. I don't know what the fucking point of any of that was. Why are you rooting for the Chiefs? Get it? Cheats, a.k.a. Chiefs. Well, I'm rooting for the Chiefs next week. I rooted for the Chiefs last week against the Steelers. So, I mean, I'm doing a lot of rooting for the Chiefs lately. I hate it. My soul it rips in twain by the fact that I have to root for the fucking Chiefs. But I'll do it. I'll debase myself to rooting for the Chiefs if it helps out the Bengals. Luckily, next week, I don't have to root for Patrick Mahomes. I just got to root for Carson Wentz, who, was really good in 2017. That one time, and he's got Andy Reid coaching him now. So, like, I mean, maybe, never know. Just saying. 2010 Vikings lead. Rip Tom Grossi's, I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, like, I'm sure he wants to beat the Vikings, but, like, the Packers aren't winning the NFC North. And, I mean, it's all about seeding at this point, right? Like, aren't they pretty much locked into their playoff seeding? Like, where are they at right now? I mean, I guess technically Washington could could get ahead of them. Yeah, if Washington wins and they lose, yeah, then they'd be the 7th seed. But I mean, so if the Broncos, I'm sorry, the Broncos, if the Packers win both of the next 2 weeks, then like, and then I guess if the Vikings lose to the Lions, then I guess the Packers would get the 5th seed, and then the Vikings would get the 6th seed, and that like, I mean, obviously you want to win, right? But like, is it really that big of a deal if you lose this one? Like, you know, you're already in the playoffs and you're already out of the division race. So, you know, just kind of take what you can get, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Refs. There you go. Oh, I know. REFS. Refs. That classic Jets chant and Kentucky chant. You know, Kentucky Wildcats, we do CATS, cats. So we'll do REFS, refs. I don't give a shit. You know, fuck both of these teams. I don't give a shit about either of them. You know, again, I would never do this if the Bengals were playing, right? I don't want the Bengals to win because of the refs. But if it's just a game that the only thing I need is for one of the teams to lose for the Bengals' sake, but I don't give a shit about the other team. In fact, actually, I think ideally that would be the best case scenario. I think ideally the best case scenario is if the Browns win this game on an obviously bullshit call from the refs. That way, we can still maintain, the Browns still fucking suck, and they don't get any credit for winning that game, but also the Dolphins still get the technical L in the column and get eliminated from the playoffs. That'd be the ideal scenario. That way the Browns don't get to feel better about themselves, and the Dolphins get eliminated from the playoffs. That'd be the best scenario. All right. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Noodle arm Tua and turn the ball over. DTR rolls out to his left, and he's going to throw out of the back of the end zone. I think he was looking for one single guy, and I don't know about that play call there, but there's not much DTR can do with that, honestly, to be fair. That one wasn't his fault. Dude, Tua. I'm not saying Tua's like elite. I'm just saying he's like you'd hate to not have Tua is what I'm saying. If you're like the Browns would take Tua in a fucking heartbeat, like no question, you know, like no question, the Browns would take Tua easily. All right. Shotgun snap for DTR. He's going to hand the ball off, and he is not able to get in the end zone, so it's going to be 4th down. I'm guessing the Browns are going to take the field goal here because they are down by a touchdown and a field goal. So, you know, the 4th quarter just started, by the way, so let me go ahead and update that. But there's plenty of time left in the game. Their fucking offense is staying out there. I don't know about this, dude. This is a risk. This is a risk. Okay. I mean, if they get it, they get in, okay, but I don't know. This is a risk. I mean, I know your offense hasn't been doing shit all day, so they're going for it. All right, he throws and nope, knocked away. All right, Browns turn the ball over, and Jerry Jeudy's calling for a fucking PI, but it ain't getting called. That was a dumb decision. No, they should have taken the field goal. I don't agree with that. That was stupid. Great play by Jalen Ramsey, too, to knock that ball away. Maybe Jerry Jeudy had like a bit of a point, like in terms of technicalities. And y'all know I'll take technicalities right now all day long, right? But in terms of just in terms of if we're just gonna analyze fairness analytically, you can go either way with that one, you know. And it'd be a bit of a stretch to call it PI. But, I mean, it would technically be by the book, you know? You can make the argument that it is, and I'd love to make the argument that it is, but if we're being realistic, probably wouldn't. Bengals defense would look elite against the Bears. I don't know if that's true. Mark. That's not how the Bengals defense works. The way the Bengals defense works is they make guys who suck look like fucking Tom Brady, you know? So, no, I don't think they'd look elite against the Bears. I think they would probably get the job done against the Bears, but at least the way they're playing lately. But I don't think they would look elite against the Bears at all. I would even argue they didn't look elite against DTR. They didn't look. They certainly looked fine against DTR, but they didn't look elite against him at all. Mikey's back. Let's go. Technically, the Browns should root for a tie. Eliminates the Finns and won't tank their stock. Put it in and see what happens for their draft picks if they tie. Hey, I'm down for a tie. Fuck it, I'll take a tie. Yeah, we can compromise on that, right? If the Browns tie, then they can still get the top 5 draft pick. You know, that's fine. That's fine. Let's all agree to end this game in a tie, right? I can selflessly put aside my crusade for the Dolphins to lose this game, so that Browns fans can feel a little bit better about their potential draft pick or whatever, and we can get a tie. Okay, I'm willing to be the bigger person here. Had a stream going. I saw that. Well, no, I didn't see that. Somebody said that in the chat. And I also saw that somebody asked you to do a post-game, so I assumed that's what you were doing. The Bears would find a way to not even score against the Bengals defense. I'm not even joking. Well, they haven't even done that all year, Mark. Like, they've scored against everybody they've played. All right. Achan, out of the end zone, doesn't get anything. You know, but, I mean, doesn't lose yards either, so that's good. I agree, Pittsburgh winning next week. You fuck off, Mikey. No! We didn't come all this way just to lose to Pittsburgh in week 18. Fuck off. Now, Bengals are winning next week. And the Steelers are finishing 10-7. And I'll probably still, you know, when I do come to New Orleans, I'll probably still hit you up and shake your hand, but not as a bet thing. Nice. Huntley found 83 there for the first down, but he dropped the ball. So it's 3rd and 10. And if the Browns can hold here, the Dolphins are going to be punting from deep. Hey, maybe they could get a safety. Not that it would help that much, but help a little bit. Actually, I almost kind of wonder, would like the field position that you get from a bad punt, would that be better or worse than a safety here? Because a safety gets you 2 punts. Yeah, safety gets you 2 points, but you're still down by 12, right? I'm sorry. You're down by 8. So, I mean, it turns it into a 1-score game, I guess, so that's better. But you still got to go get a touchdown, which they've been incapable of getting so far. All right, so the Browns do stop them. They give them a couple yards on that 3rd down play, but they're still going to have to punt from pretty deep in their own territory. So, got a chance here. 4th and 5. What a shame for them to come away from that last drive with no fucking points, though. Like, they had the momentum, and now it's kind of slipping away. It's weird. I just said 11-6 to troll you, but that will actually happen. Well, no, it won't, Mikey. They're going to go 10-7. And I will say, it is, I will admit, it is remarkable how close you came to the actual final score, but you did not pick the actual correct score. There's a flag on the play. What's the flag? Whatever it was on the Dolphins. I'm thinking it was illegal formation. So they're going to have to re-punt from farther back? Nah, they're just going to give the Browns more yardage, apparently. I think they should make the Dolphins re-punt from farther back, personally. I think that would make more sense as far as the way penalties typically go. Especially on something like illegal formation, like which happens before the like as the snap, like before the punt ever happens. So I think they should make the Dolphins repunt here, personally. Well, anyway, the Browns get the ball at the 45-yard line. So, you know, they're in pretty decent field goal range or field position, but, you know, it doesn't really matter considering how fucking bad their offense finished off that last drive. Like, goddamn, they've got to get a touchdown here at some point. Like, it's already the 4th quarter now, and I know it's early in the 4th quarter, but with the way that the Browns offense has been playing, it's like, you gotta get some fucking points on this drive. And a touchdown's really, really, really probably, like, almost required. Like, if you don't get a touchdown, you're getting kind of worried, honestly. I don't understand why Jameis Winston isn't playing. He'd be so much better than DTR. He really would be. That's a play-action pass. It's going to be thrown, caught by 86 there. There's a flag on the play, though. I'm guessing this is probably going to be like illegal formation with how early that flag came out. Oh, it's illegal motion. Okay. On Jerry Jeudy. DTR is not an NFL quarterback in everything but name, Matthew. He is an NFL quarterback in name, but in every other way, no, he's not. He's awful. He's absolutely horrendous. He's terrible. By the way, I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome. If you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I mostly do Bengals games, but this game matters to the Bengals, so... DTR, shotgun snap, he's got a lot of fucking pressure in his face, and he's just got to get rid of that one. Horrible. There's a flag, though. We going to get roughing the passer? Let's get roughing the passer. Come on. Let's get roughing the passer. Cheat, 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 cheat. R-E-F-S, refs. Ah, it's an intentional grounding. Fuck. Ah! Aiden O'Connell played like Tom Brady. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about, Mikey. You know what I'm talking about. Dolphins. Rooting for the Browns here, John. Believe Jameis was benched due to his condition of interceptionitis, and Stefanski likely wanted to see what they have in DTR, which is worse than anything than any of Jameis Winston's fucking interceptions, dude. I completely disagree with that idea. Like, I'm not saying you're not right. You're probably right. I'm saying I disagree with Stefanski's analysis there. Like, you can't get worse. You cannot get worse in DTR. He's so bad. 3rd and 27 now. Oh my God. This is what I'm talking about. And I know this is partially due to penalty yardage and stuff, but this is what I'm fucking talking about. All right, he throws a short fucking throw. Like, what are you even doing? Are you just giving up on the drive now? Now you're going to fucking punt. Good God. All that momentum's basically down the drain now. God, what a... This team. How is anybody a fan of this team? They're so awful. Like, god damn. I feel a little bit better about the Bengals after watching the Browns, honestly. And I know we're coming off a win, but still, it's been a frustrating year. Punting on 4th and 19, and it's going to be caught around the 9, and then he's going to get to the 15, 20... 25, 30, fucking shit. There is a flag, though, so I'm thinking they're going to, this one's going to be coming back. Browns don't have an emoji. Poop is brown. It sure is. This team is awful, John. This team is really awful. Like, I'm honestly probably more confident in the Jets beating the Dolphins next week than the Browns. It's fucking awful. Damn it, Bills. Yeah, I know. They couldn't finish the deal. Sorry, Mikey. Yep, holding on the Dolphins, so that's going to bring that return back. It's going to knock him back pretty far, too, because, I mean, that hold came pretty early. And then it's going to be plus, like, what, another 10 yards after that? So they're going to be once again pretty deep. And hopefully the Browns defense can come through, but, like, fuck, right? This Browns offense is so bad that, like, it doesn't need... I could give them as many opportunities as they want. And, like, the idea that... The fact that they've even scored 3 points is remarkable, honestly. This is... Y'all want to know why I predicted a 14-12 game? Well, it looks like I was at least generally right about how much offense we'd see. But, actually, I might have been too optimistic about how much offense we'd see. Because the idea of the Browns even getting a touchdown to get in double-digit points territory... is, you know, and even if they do, if the Browns get a touchdown, no, yeah, I guess the touchdown and an extra point, they'd get into double digits. Okay. So, but the point being, the idea of the Browns even getting a touchdown is insane, right? But you never know. 27-10 Vikings. They're probably going to take that game. The 1 year there are no shutouts and the Saints would be the only team to get shut out. Is it the 1 year? I feel like shutouts are pretty rare. I feel like there's a lot of... There's probably plenty of other years where there haven't been any shutouts. A shutout's hard to do, man. And, yeah, no offense, but a shutout's hard to do in the NFL. Baker Mayfield threw for 360 yards and 5 touchdowns today. Wow, that's crazy. second win stories. It's almost like that's a really, really impressive fucking stat line. Man, wouldn't it be absolutely fucking insane if another quarterback threw for 412 yards and 3 touchdowns, but still? And what? Also rushed for 25 yards and rushed for a fucking touchdown. Like, yeah. Yeah. Damn, Baker Mayfield's so good, isn't he? That's not what the TV said. Really? That's surprising. I didn't know that. I'm kind of surprised by that. Good day for Baker Mayfield, my fantasy quarterback. That's wonderful for you, John. I don't even remember if I fucking updated my fantasy. I missed the playoffs in all my leagues. I do still try to like keep up because like, you know, it's kind of lame when people just like give up at the end of the year, but I am winning 100-83. Aaron Rodgers had a bad game. I had Aaron Rodgers starting apparently. It didn't work out so well, but the rest of my team did okay. All right, 1st and 10. Brown's going to tackle, I think, Achane there. Nope, not Achane. Mostert. Raheem Mostert in the backfield for about a yard loss. DeAndre Swift had a good game for me. Puka Nacua had a really good game for me. Mike Evans had a hell of a game for me. Almost 30 damn points. Jake Elliott had a pretty good game as a kicker. I left Tyjae Spears on the bench, but other than that, you know, it looks like I made pretty good decisions about who I had. So I guess I must have updated it at some point this week. All right, 2nd and 10. It's a play action pass, fake handoff. Tyler Huntley's just going to try to run it himself, and he picks up the first fucking down. Unbelievable. Just fucking unbelievable, dude. I guess it's not that unbelievable. It's the fucking Browns. All right. My NFL squad is winning, but probably not going to win based on projections. Patrick Mahomes had a pretty okay game. T. Higgins, I had him starting, and that worked out well for me. And then Jake Elliott and the Chiefs defense. All right. Huntley has a guy on top of him, and he gets that ball off despite being dragged around. Only picks up like a yard or two there, but that's still pretty impressive. Got a lot of extracurricular activity after the play here. And we're going to get... no, they just... refs broke it up. Damn. I was hoping the Dolphins player would throw a punch or something. Well, 2nd and 7. They had him, too. What a shame. All right, I'm probably going to lose this league. I'm down 130-91. So probably going to lose that one. All right, Browns take down Huntley in the backfield on that one. Oh, that was 3rd down, so I guess he didn't get the first down. So Browns, I guess they're going to get off the field, right? That was 3rd down, so this will be 3rd and 8. I'm confused. So it's 3rd and 8 now. I'm so confused. Didn't Huntley get a first down? Because apparently that was 2nd down. I'm really confused now. But now it's 3rd and 8, so I guess whatever. And then my fucking one team that doesn't even have a game today, I think they're just completely eliminated from everything. But, I mean, they scored 150 fucking points. All right, Huntley it just gets out of all the fucking pressure, runs 40, 45. God damn it. I'm getting really pissed off at the Browns here, and, like, I shouldn't, because I don't care about the Browns. I just, that's annoying. Come down to Amon-Ra tomorrow. It will come down to... for me. I'm playing my dad for 5th place. Okay. I mean, I'm playing somebody for something place. I just don't give a shit if it's not the playoffs. But fair enough. I mean, I give a shit enough to like change my roster, but that's mostly just because like I want to get the practice in, right? But it's not because I actually care about the outcome. All right, so Browns do a good job of taking him down in the backfield there. It's about a 2-yard loss for Raheem Mostert, and great, but that clock's moving, dude. That clock's moving. They're only going to have like a drive or two left, you know? Had Mike Evans too. Life sucks right now. Sorry, Mikey. Getting chirpy out there. Dude, I just want a Dolphins player to throw a punch. You know? Take a penalty. God, this Browns team is pathetic, bro. 2nd and 12 now. 7 minutes left in the game. It's going to be a fake handoff to Mostert, and Huntley gets sacked. He is not able to actually get out of that one. And that's the one time where the Browns getting a hand but not much else on him actually works out in their favor. So it's going to be about, what was that, like a 6-yard loss? That was a pretty good sack, too. Actually got him to go down. Nice. Was that Myles Garrett who got that? I couldn't tell. I guess it was Myles Garrett. He was coming from the right side, so I guess. Down 22. I have Amon-Ra left. My dad is out of players. My Buccaneers did well today. I started 4 bucks this week. Mayfield, Evans, kicker, and a D. So, probably a long shot, but, I mean, Amon-Ra could score like 22, but, like I said, probably a long shot. Huntley gets the ball off. There's a flag on the play, and about a 5-yard pickup on 3rd and 17, so who knows what's going on here. I'm guessing probably like holding on the Dolphins or something, but either way, holding on the Dolphins, yep. So, I think Brown's going to decline that because the Dolphins are going to have to punt now. And you got about 6 minutes left to go in this game, man. If you don't score points on this drive, you're getting into miracle territory, honestly. You got to score on this drive. Clowns can't tackle. Well, yeah. They can grab, though, apparently. They can't tackle. 14 plays for negative yards this game. Yeah, dude, this has been an awful game. This has been a terrible game. Like, again, I like defensive games. This isn't a defensive game. This is just that both offenses are awful. You know, DTR can't throw to save his life. Tyler Huntley is definitely not the, Superman version of Tyler Huntley that he was on the Ravens. All right, 4th and 11. Punt is away. And that's going to bounce. Oh, no. Oh, what a punt. It's going to be down at the 2-yard line. What a punt. That's rough. On a gotta-have-it drive for the Browns, too. I mean, they're down 2 scores. There's 5:35 left to go in the game. And if you don't score on this drive, it's probably over. Outside of miracle territory, right? Outside of relying on miracles, it's probably over if you don't score on this drive, right? So, and they're at the 2-yard line. So, oh boy. Well, I think we're going into next week rooting for the Jets, huh? Honestly, rooting for the Jets might be more realistic than rooting for the Browns anyway, though, to be fair. All right, DTR takes a shotgun snap, rolls back. He's going to throw, and it's overthrown for Elijah Moore, who probably could have gotten there for the first down, but nope. Now, DTR ended up on his back, so, I mean, I guess give him a little credit for being hit, but, like, goddamn, if Joe Burrow can, like, throw a touchdown from levitating over the fucking... If Joe Burrow can throw a touchdown from, like, levitating an inch over the ground, then DTR can make one fucking throw, man. All right. Shotgun snap. He throws. It's caught. And Jerry Jeudy might be able to... I don't think he got it. I don't think he got the first down there. It was 2nd down, so it's fine, but I think he's going to be about an inch or 2 short. Yeah, maybe a whole fucking yard short. I don't know. 3rd down, about, like, a yard to go. He with a little more speed, he probably could have gotten that, but whatever. All right, it's going to be a handoff, and he gets the first down. Good job. Not much else, but he got the first down. Maybe that's why the Browns are trying to lose. That's why DTR is starting. I mean, that's a theory, Mikey. I don't know, because, like, is Kevin Stefanski, going to keep his job after this year? Honestly? Like, with how bad the Browns have been with the complete collapse of, like, the era that they were in before? I don't know. DTR looks around, throws, and it's dropped. Connected. Looks like a Pierre Strong Jr. had a chance at that, but he got hit pretty hard and it jarred the ball out. I'm not rooting for the clowns. I'm rooting against the fish. Exactly. That's why I'm rooting for the refs. Honestly, stranger. I'm not rooting. I don't want to root for the Browns. It's out of necessity. I'm rooting for the game to result in a way which would give them a win. But I don't actually want them to win. I'd rather them tie. And honestly, it's like with the way this game's going right now, if they have any shot at... Oh my God, what the fuck? Where the hell was he throwing? Where the hell was DTR throwing that ball? I don't even think that's fucking worth what do you call it? Like a replay. Flag. Come on. Cheat. REFS. Refs. The Dolphins are kind of pissed too, so this might be on the Dolphins. Hell yeah. Come on. Cheat. Refs. Intentional grounding. Fuck. I swear to God, I hope I never, ever have to root for DTR ever again in my life. This is painful, guys. This is so hard. He is awful. 3rd and 20 now. On a gotta have the drive. Like, God damn, I fixed the title, Richard. There you go. So it was the title he was talking about. Okay. Closest receiver was 20 yards away. Yeah. I didn't realize that those were linemen that he fucking threw to. I don't know where the hell he was throwing. God damn. Absolutely pathetic. DTR is throwing some ducks out there. He'll be in Canada or the UFL in a year or two. If he's even good enough for Canada or the UFL, Jay, honestly, he's like the worst fucking quarterback I've ever seen out there. 3rd and 20. And he throws, and it's caught by Jordan Atkins, and he didn't get anywhere near the first fucking down. And you gotta go for it. You got 4 minutes left in this game, and you're down 2 scores. I know it's deep in your own territory, but you have to go for it. 4th and 5. Offense is staying out there because they have no choice at this point. Takes a shotgun snap. He throws, it's caught, and he's going to go nowhere near. The Dolphins get the turnover, and that's probably it. God, that was painful. We got 4 minutes left in this ball game, so we'll stick around, but it's over. That is horrendous. Fire. If I'm a Browns, I'm purging the entire organization. That was the most pathetic display of football I have seen in a long time, and DTR capped it with the worst quarterback performance I think I've ever seen in my life. People were hyping up DTR after a preseason game last year. I know, Thomas was too. He was like, I think this DTR guy is going to be pretty good. And I'm like, you sure about that? I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest. I'll take my lumps. I thought DTR was going to be okay coming out of college. But the second I saw him in the NFL, I'm like, no. I didn't think he'd be this bad, though. He's really bad, guys. Throwing short of the line. Has this guy ever played quarterback before? My God. Browns logo should be a turd. It should be. They should just change it to a turd. Or are you saying I should change it on my scoreboard? Maybe I will. If I ever have to do it, for some god-awful reason, stream a Browns game ever again, maybe I'll make it a turd. I don't know. I can probably do that right now. I can probably find that right now. Probably make that happen real quick, rather than watch this fucking game. There's football happening right now, but I don't even know what's happening because I frankly don't care. Dude, did my Windows Explorer just fucking... There we go. Oh, I already have one. Cool. I already have one. So let's go. There we go. Downtown Cincy was partying Saturday night. Freaking city was alive with that Saturday last home game win. Huh. I'm sad I missed it. I was up in Montgomery for that win. Tyreek Hill with the first down. Like the Dolphins are gonna fucking score again. This is stupid, dude. That'll work too. Yep. Big old turd emoji. I'd have to get into the Photoshop file to actually change the logos. I can change the words and like the text, some of it anyway. I can't change the prediction down here, but like the quarter and the score, I can change the quarter and I can change the score, but the actual overlay is just a Photoshop file that I kind of edit before each game, but I can't edit it in OBS here. Jimmy Haslam has assured Kevin Stefanski that his job isn't at risk. I don't necessarily disagree with that. Like, I know I just said everybody should be fired, but like, I mean, Kevin Stefanski's like actually a pretty okay coach. It's not his fault. The Browns are just fucking like without hope. Like, he does the best he can, and it's been a real bad year for the Browns. But yeah. I don't think Kevin Stefanski deserves to be fired, but something's got it. Like something, every other fucking person in this organization just needs to fucking take the a short walk off a long cliff, or a long walk off a short cliff. I think that's what it is. The poop is the right color. The elf and the helmet are orange, not brown. Well, yeah, but the Browns' colors are the orange is the Browns' primary color. So. You know, I know they're the Browns, but they're the Browns because they're named after Paul Brown. So, technically, the official story, according to, I think, Paul Brown, is that wasn't the case. But I think everybody knows they named the Browns after Paul Brown. Dolphins versus Poops. Go emojis. There you go. That's game. It sure is, stranger. It's fucking over. Far be it for me to ever trust the Browns. And I think they got a touchdown. Touchdown Dolphins. It's fucking... Jesus Christ. Well, it was a nice thought. But I think I genuinely think the Jets will have a better shot at the Dolphins next week than the Browns ever would. But then again, is Tua going to be back next week? Because Tua's a better quarterback than Huntley, y'all. He really is. And I know, Richard, you disagree, but... Not many cliffs in Cleveland. They could take a long walk off a short pier. I guess. Yeah, that's up around the glaciers, I suppose. Hope we get Vrabel. Go for it. I don't want Vrabel. We talked about it. I want Aaron Glenn. If the Bengals move on from Zach Taylor, which I don't think they will, but they might. But I want Aaron Glenn for the head coach. But I've heard a lot of people talking about Brian Flores. I'd be down for Brian Flores too. I have changed my mind on Brian Flores. When he was with the Dolphins, I didn't think he was that good of a coach. I thought people were like, back then, people were like, oh, he took a terrible Dolphins team to 10-7. Look how good Brian Flores is. But it's just like, that's not the only thing that requires being a coach. Once Brian Flores had a good roster, they constantly underperformed with him. And like, he beefed with Tua, and like, I didn't like him in Miami. But he's turned things around a little bit. I don't think he'd beef with Joe Burrow the way he beefed with Tua. So I think Brian Flores could maybe work out in Cincinnati as a head coach. But again, I don't think the Bengals are going to get rid of Zach anyway. Especially if they lose to the Steelers, maybe. But if they beat the Steelers, then, I think even if they don't make the playoffs, I don't think the Bengals get rid of Zach. Brown, both Ohio teams, Paul Brown. Yeah. Paul Brown, he didn't exactly found the Browns. It was... Paul Brown didn't exactly found the Browns, but he was like right there when the Browns got founded, and he was their coach, and he was kind of a superstar at in Ohio at the time because he had a really good run with Miami University. So he was kind of like they basically like the superstar on the team was Paul Brown. So they named I think they essentially named the team after him. But yeah, it was Arthur McBride was the name of the guy who bought the team, and they named him after Paul Brown, who was a big Ohio legend at the time. Um, but yeah, so that's and then he was their head coach, and he had a lot of success with the Browns. They won like 8 championships or some shit like that before the Super Bowl existed. And then Art Modell came in and kind of ended up pushing Paul Brown out, and they won one more championship after that, but it was pretty much with the team that Paul Brown built. And pretty much ever since then, the Browns have been pretty irrelevant pretty consistently. So Browns fans will tell you that like pushing Paul Brown out was the dumbest mistake ever. They despise Art Modell up there in Cleveland because what he did to that franchise. Like, it's not just moving; it's tearing that franchise down years before they ever moved. It was despicable what Art Modell did to the Cleveland Browns. Like that man went to the Hall of Fame. What a slap to the fucking city of Cleveland. And I don't even like the city of Cleveland, you know? But that was a slap in their face to put Art Modell in the Hall of Fame for the shit he put Cleveland through. And he ruined that franchise. Yeah, he went to Baltimore and he built like a perennial Super Bowl contender that, you know, won a couple Super Bowls, and that's great. But like, he ruined the Browns. Like, I mean, he was like, he should be in the Hall of Shame for what he did to the Browns. But you know, after Paul Brown got pushed out in Cleveland, I think I heard he like went into like a little bit of a depression for like a few years. But then he got an opportunity to buy a AFL team, and then and that ended up being the Bengals. And then 2 years later, the AFL merged with the NFL, and that's where it comes from now. As long as we don't get Aaron Glenn. Is the game back on? I do have to stick around till the game's over, I think, technically, according to my own standards. Did the Browns get the ball back? It's fucking 20-3. I guess they got the ball back because the Dolphins scored, right? I'm not even fucking paying attention anymore, honestly. This game's over. Browns suck, guys. They're just awful. Yeah, yeah, that's fine, Mikey. If we get Glenn, you don't have to take him, right? Yeah. We do need a new defensive coordinator, though. Like, I know Lou Anarumo, the defense has gotten better because he simplified the defense, but, like, where the fuck was that all year? Why did it take so fucking long? I think we need to get rid of Lou Anarumo. And then, you know, maybe we go get Aaron Glenn as a DC. I don't know. But I don't know why he'd leave the Lions, like, to be a DC here. Like, that's clearly a downgrade. Because, you know, our defense is, you know, like, our defense has more talent than, like, they shouldn't be as bad as they are because they have talent. But you're leaving a great situation in the Lions to go to a fixer-upper situation on the Bengals. I don't know why he'd do that unless we just pay him, like, a lot more, which I don't think the Bengals would do. But, I mean, we'll see. So Pierre Strong Jr. is going off the field after he apparently got injured. So I think we're about to go in the 2-minute warning now. Browns choose their name from a fan contest, and it's absolutely after Paul. Ah, okay. Was that what it was? The fan requested that it was named Paul Brown. Because, like, if you ask Paul Brown, because Paul Brown was asked this question, and he said, no, it wasn't named after me. It was because, like, he was a relatively humble guy, and not just a humble guy, but he was actually like philosophically opposed to being like braggadocious and stuff. So he tried to downplay. He was like, no, they didn't name it after me. It was a fan contest, and the fans just chose that name because of some sort of thing. And I think he tried to play it off as it was like some sort of like cultural reference in Cleveland or something. But we all know it was Paul Brown. Like, they named it after Paul Brown because Paul Brown was a fucking legend for Miami University and and I think Ohio State too. Am I right about that? I think he might have coached at Ohio State. Yeah, he coached at Ohio State for 3 years, and I don't know what they did during that 3 years. Oh no, I'm sorry. He played at Miami. He didn't coach at Miami. But he was a legendary high school coach with Massillon up north, and for like 8 years, and then he went on to be Ohio State's head coach and did pretty well there, and then coached Great Lakes Navy. Is that just Navy? No, it's a different Navy football team. It's called Great Lakes Navy. Oh, they don't even exist anymore. They stopped playing in 1945. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So like by the time he got to by the time he got to the NFL in the first place, he was already a legend in Ohio. So people loved him. And then he got basically run out of Cleveland by Art Modell's bitch ass. But I'm happy because he ended up founding the Bengals after that. Yeah, Paul Brown Stadium. That's why we named it Paul Brown Stadium, because he, it's a tribute to Mike Brown. His son owns the team right now, so it's a tribute to his father, who's a legend. Packers got a shot. Really? I thought that game was over. You sure? What's going on in the Browns game? It's 27-18. I guess they got a shot, but I don't know. It feels like a little too late. They're down 9. They're down 2 scores with 4 minutes left to go. I don't know. Maybe. All right, DTR on 2nd and 8 throws. He's got Elijah Moore. It's about a 5-yard pickup. I don't even know why I'm paying attention. Paul coached OSU. Oh, he won a national championship. Well, that's probably part of it, right? That's unfortunate. My Joe Burrow jersey has Paul Brown's name inside the collar. Yeah, that's something they did on the new ones. All right, so Jerry Jeudy gets the catch, and it's a first down. 1:25 left to go. He gets out of bounds, so okay, nice, whatever. But yeah, that's one of the things they added on the. Mine's got that too. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah. Now that's the new style. They did a Paul Brown, like they printed a Paul Brown signature in the jersey, and that's just the style of the jersey. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little touch. Down by 9. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna win though. 1st and 10. DTR rolls back. He throws. It's caught by 86, who gets 8 yards. And they like. What the fuck? And they have no timeouts. Like, what are they even doing? I don't think they even care anymore. I think they're just trying to score a touchdown. Make it a little more respectable. Jason's Realm is streaming that game. I'm going back and forth between your stream and his stream and your stream. Okay, well, I'm almost done, so you can go to his permanently. Nice catch by Jerry Jeudy on the sideline there. This game's over, but, give him credit for that fucking catch. That was a toe tapper. Where's that the rest of the game, Jerry? God. Green Bay driving. Yep, I bet. DTR to Jeudy looked like an actual NFL play. Yeah, I know, right? God, where was that the entire rest of the fucking game? All right, Jerry Jeudy gets another catch. Clock's still moving. I don't even know if they fucking give a shit anymore. It's orange on the black. Huh? Oh, yeah. I have the white jersey and his name is in black. Ah, I see. It's pretty cool. Yeah, me too. Me too, bro. 2nd and 6, and DTR has fucking Jordan Atkins wide open for a touchdown, and he missed it. God, he is awful. Like, why is he why... God, I could probably play quarterback better. Not much better. It'd probably be pretty similar, honestly. It'd probably be pretty similar. But he's that bad. He's that bad. Why is Jameis Winston not playing? Is he that hurt? Or are they tanking? I guess I get it if they're tanking. Oh my God. Way overthrown for Woods there. And he almost Woods gets his hands on it, almost throws it up behind him and causes an interception. He is the worst quarterback I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's not close. It's not even remotely close, guys. It's awful. It's just pathetic. DTR tried to end it with an interception. Well, I don't know if he tried to throw an interception there, but Winston get benched by throwing 3 picks versus KC. It can't be worse than DTR. It really can't. All right, and that where the fuck was DTR even throwing that? He just threw it to the back of the end zone on 4th and 6, and now the game's basically over. What the hell? What, dude? He wouldn't even be a good quarterback in Canada. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What? What the fuck? God, I hope Aaron Rodgers plays better than this next week. Hey, Big Lee Sino, fandom come pause. What's going on, buddy? I don't think I've seen you in the chat here at any point. So what's going on? This was a terrible game to watch, so I wouldn't recommend. You know, I'm probably more entertaining than this game was. But if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. We do Bengals games. We do pretty much all the Bengals games. Sometimes conflicts come up for me. But you know, if you like the Bengals and you like football, it's a good channel for you. So, if you are already subscribed and I don't remember you, I'm sorry. Winston needs to start. Sure does. Not anymore. Who fucking cares anymore? Canada? Yeah, the Canadian Football League. People were talking about DTR maybe being okay in Canada. No, I don't even think he'd be good there. He's horrible. Packers inside the Minnesota 5. Well, looks like they scored. Oh, wow. Okay, so they scored. Okay. They did score. Looks like Jordan Love threw a pass. Well, you know what? This Browns game's over, so I'm going to switch over to Packers-Vikings. I'm going to switch over to Packers-Vikings just because maybe we can at least watch something interesting, you know? Maybe like I just put you guys through a pathetic game. So maybe we can at least get an interesting game going on, you know? Let's see. I'm not going to put the score up because I got the Colts eliminated is kind of important here. All right, touchdown Green Bay, flag, touchdown Green Bay. Is it final yet? Well, I don't even know if the Dolphins-Browns game is technically final yet, but it might as well be. You're definitely more entertaining than this game. Yeah, it was a terrible game. I'm not even being cocky in saying that I'm probably more entertaining than this game. That's a comment about how bad this game has been, right? That wasn't even saying, oh, I'm so great. I'm saying they were so bad. It ranked below watching paint dry on a rainy day. That's what I'm saying. That was a horrible game. I feel like personally offended that I subjected myself to watching that game. That was awful. God, can you imagine if the Dolphins get in the playoffs, guys? Can you imagine how much of a disaster that would be? God, I know y'all would much rather see the Bengals in the playoffs. I know the NFL would much rather see the Bengals in the playoffs. Yeah, the CFL, that's what we were talking about. All right, Packers kick the ball away, and that's going to be a touchback for the Vikings. Kind of surprised they didn't go for an onside kick there. Well, we'll see what happens. They got a 25-9 record in one-score games. About to be 26-9? We'll see. The Vikings, by the way, have the 25-9 record in one-score games. Oh, Kevin O'Connell has a 25-9 record in one-score games. Okay. Damn. He turned out to be a pretty damn good hire for them, huh? All right. From the 30-yard lines, 1st and 10. And why are you throwing? Well, I guess if you're going to throw, you better complete it. Stay in bounds. Okay, there you go. To number 30 there. And that's a first down, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So I think one more Well, no, the Packers do have all 3 timeouts, so probably a couple more first downs to really seal home the win here, right? But you know, if you give the Packers the ball back, all they need is a field goal. So I mean, you got to stay on. You got to stay on the. You got to stay in possession here. Okay, what was a female blue-winged teal doing on the field? What? I don't know. And that's pretty impressive that you was that a bird? Pretty cool that you identified that. Female blue-winged teal. That doesn't look blue at all. That's a duck. Oh, I see. I see the blue one. Okay, I see. All right. So it's a fucking duck. All right. Oh. I don't know. I don't know what it was doing on the field. I didn't see it on the field either. Everything happened for the Dolphins today. No, I wouldn't say that, John. I wouldn't say everything happened for the Dolphins. I would say they were playing the Browns, and that's all it was. Like nothing happened for the Dolphins. They were bad too, but the Browns were the Browns. Like that's like you want to say everything happened for the Browns. The only thing that happened for the Dolphins that they really needed to happen was they were playing the Browns. They were horrible. DTR is not an NFL quarterback. Awful. Just awful. Duck, I have my degree in environmental sciences. Hell yeah, stranger. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. My degree, my current degree that I actually have is in history. But I'm also in the middle. Part of the reason why I haven't been as active on this channel as I used to be is because I'm currently getting a degree in digital media. But I did years ago attend college and get a degree in history. So history and political science. We suck. Yeah, you sure do, Mikey. Sorry, bub. You do though. Saints are pretty bad. All right. 2 minutes left to go. Vikings can probably salt this one away with some decent offense, but we'll see if they get it. All right, so it's going to be a handoff to 27 there, and the Packers take them down in the backfield. So that's what they needed to do there. Packers, it looks like they're going to take their first time out. 1:57 left to go. Probably the right call. Oh, the Vikings missed a field goal. That's rough. They wouldn't even be that worried about it right now. I mean, they'd still have to like not let it. But I mean, all the Packers need is a field goal right now to win. That's the crazy thing. Yeah, duck. Apparently the duck was on the field, John. I don't know. All right, Sam Darnold does a play-action pass, rolls out to his right. He throws, and that's caught by Justin Jefferson. About a 9-yard pickup there. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Stayed in bounds, too, so the Packers going to have to take another timeout. Dolphins. Yep, Dolphins won, unfortunately. The Duck Fins. Dude, the Dolphins were so bad. The Dolphins did not deserve to win that game. It's just they were playing the Browns. Like, honestly. The Dolphins were really bad. I'm guessing next week Tua is probably going to be back. But they're also going up against Aaron Rodgers, not DTR. So there's maybe a chance. I don't know. Jets want to play spoiler. Yeah, I know the Jets didn't do well today against the Bills, but I mean, overall, Aaron Rodgers had a pretty okay year. Not amazing, definitely not like how Aaron Rodgers used to be you know like in the GOAT conversation. But I mean, he's still pretty good. 3rd and 2. Sam Darnold under center, and it's going to be a fake, and he's going to throw, and it's caught. It's caught. That was a bad throw by Sam Darnold, but 27 there got it down. Cam Akers, I think. He pulled it down. They got the first down. So that's is that game? That might be game. GOAT combo. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was once in the GOAT combo, Mikey. Right there with Drew Brees. Like when Drew Brees was in it, Aaron Rodgers was in it too. And he didn't stay there because just largely due to like team success and stuff like that. But I mean, he was at one time. Aaron Rodgers, I believe, was like the most accurate quarterback in NFL history for like a long stretch of time. So Aaron Rodgers was at one time, not anymore. He's nowhere near the GOAT combo now, but at one time he was in the GOAT combo. All right, the Vikings are kneeling it down now, so it does appear to be that it's over. So interesting there. Eagles eliminated from 1 seed contention. Did they lose? Or I guess somebody else must have won. Let's see. Yeah, the Eagles crushed the Cowboys. What's the because of the Vikings, right? Okay. Yep. Okay. Which is a shame. They're 13-3. Shame for them anyway. You got me kind of curious now. Eagles. Let's see. So the Lions currently have the number 1 seed, and with the Packers win, tonight the Falcons are playing the Commanders. Tomorrow night the Lions are playing the 49ers. So that'll be something. I think, frankly, honestly, the Lions probably could rest their starters next week against the 49ers. I don't think they will, but they could, right? Because if they like next week's game against the 49ers doesn't matter to the Lions, right? So if they lose to the 49ers, but they beat the Vikings, then they win the number 1 seed and they win the NFC North. But if they lose to the Vikings, then the Vikings win the NFC North and the Lions fall all the way to the 5 seed, even if they beat the 49ers, right? So, I mean, I'm not saying the Lions would rest their starters in the second to last week of the regular season, but I am saying they probably could, because that Lions-49ers game is now completely meaningless. Like that Lions 49ers game is completely meaningless now. Like win or lose, it means nothing. What a Monday night game that's now essentially meaningless. Like that's poor scheduling right there. Eagles would play Washington in the first round. Yeah, right. No, they wouldn't. Huh? They could. They theoretically could. Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you. I have the best wife, everybody. She brings me food. Okay, so yeah, if the Packers beat the Bears next week, no, it's just no, we don't know what the seeding is going to be, because I mean, like if the Commanders lose to the Cowboys, then they'll pretty much be locked into the 7 seed. But if they beat the Cowboys, which they should, they'll get the Oh no, okay. So if the Packers beat the Bears, okay. So probably you're probably right that the Eagles, like you're probably right, but it's not locked in. It's not locked in. So like if the uh if the 49 if the Commanders beat the Cowboys and then the Packers lose to the Bears, which is, it's a lot going on there, but oh wait, no, actually no. Also, we still got we still got two more games left with the Commanders. You don't know that they're going to play them in the first round. You can't possibly know that. Lions, yeah. Lions play 49ers tomorrow. They do. We'll see what happens. They're probably going to win. Or are you saying Are you saying that the Eagles would play Washington in the first round? That's what would matter. Yeah, but it won't matter to the Lions though. Like, be pretty meaningless. Lions versus the Vikings are fit the division. For the division is what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, it will be. And so that, like I said, that Lions 49ers game this week, the Monday night game, completely meaningless because the 49ers are not in contention for the playoffs, and the Lions, it doesn't matter what they do this week. They need to beat the Vikings next week to win the division, and then they'll get the number 1 seed. And then if they lose, then they'll get the number 5 seed, and the Vikings will get the number 1 seed. Doesn't help at all to beat the 49ers. Makes their record look a little better. Doesn't do that much. Yeah, that next week's that I think the Sunday night game will probably be Lions Vikings next week. If I had to bet, next week probably Lions Vikings will be the primetime game because that game is going to be like a really a big hitter game between two of the best teams in the NFL. And then Bengals Steelers probably be like 4:30, I'm guessing. Eagles are 2, Washington 7. Well, they're not locked into that though, Mikey. I'll tell my wife you said hi. I'm saying right now. Oh, right now. Yes, you're right. Right now, that would if the playoffs were today, which they're not. There's still a whole week left to go. But if the playoffs were today, yes, it would be Philadelphia versus Washington, and then it would be lost. It would be the Rams versus the Packers, and it would be the Buccaneers versus the Lions. I think. Yeah, but the Lions would have the 5 seed. So it'd be Bucks Lions, and then the AFC you'd have. And then the Vikings would have the first round bye. And then the AFC, you'd have the Chiefs with the first round bye. You'd have Bills, Broncos. And then you have Ravens, Chargers, and you'd have Texans, Steelers. Now, obviously, that 7 seed is. Are all of the playoff seeds like locked in for? Like, can the because the Commanders are. If the Commanders lose their last 2 games, can they miss the playoffs? Let's see. Seattle, maybe? Nope. Tampa Bay? And the Falcons? Nope. Okay. Commanders have not clinched because if both the Falcons and the Bucks win next week and the Commanders lose, then the Bucks would make the playoffs over them. So, not locked in. Not locked in. Just as currently the 7th seed is not locked in for the AFC because right now the Bengals and Dolphins both have a shot. And my hope is that the Jets beat the Dolphins next week. And I'll tell you one thing. If the Bengals... depending on what the Bengals do next week, I might stream multiple games next week. If the Bengals... Like, if the Bengals get, like, a 1 p.m. game and then they beat the Steelers, and then, like, you've got the Broncos game or you've got the Dolphins game after that, which I can't imagine they'd be worried that much about the Dolphins-Jets game. But if the Bengals beat the Steelers, then if that's, like, a 1 p.m. game, I might stream another game if there's a game still yet to play that matters. And then, if the Bengals haven't played yet, the Bengals have a later game, I'll probably stream, like, the Dolphins or the Broncos game, or yeah, maybe even both. They might have a triple header next week, depending on the way the schedule works, right? So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It really just depends on how relevant it all is to the Bengals. Washington still yet to play this week. Yep. Yep. They could theoretically lose to the Falcons, and then lose to the Cowboys next week, and then with and then the Buccaneers could win next week, and the Falcons could win next week, and then that would result in the Commanders being eliminated from the playoffs. Commanders already won because they're playing the Falcons. All right, Mikey. Completely agree. Fair enough. Lions, Vikings, Sunday Night Football. I bet that's what I'm betting. I'm betting it'll be Lions, Vikings for the Sunday Night Football game. Bengals, Steelers. I'm guessing somebody asked earlier. Bengals, Steelers will probably be a 4:30 game, and then, but it could be a 1 p.m. game too. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. It'll be Packers, Eagles, Bucks, Washington, and Vikings, Rams in the NFC wildcard matchup predictions. Well, yeah. I mean, it's almost certainly locked in at this point. Or you're saying the matchups? Okay. You think the Packers will get the 7 seed? Bucks, Washington. And you think Washington will get the 5 seed? Vikings, Rams, and the Vikings, Rams. And you think the Vikings will get the 6th seed? I don't even know if that's possible. I don't even know how you get to that. Hold on. Now you got me curious. Okay, so let's say, I guess then, where did you have? You had Bucks, Washington, so that'd put the Commanders at the 5 seed. And then Lions, 49ers, doesn't matter, so we'll just give it to the Lions. So then, obviously, these AFC races don't matter, so we'll just pick random teams here. Texans over Titans, Bills over Patriots, Jets over Dolphins because I'm petty, Ravens over Browns, Bengals over Steelers, Colts over Jaguars, Chiefs over Broncos. Chargers over Raiders. I think that's it as far as AFC teams goes. Okay, so to get what you're talking about here, Packers, Eagles, the Packers would have to lose. Packers, Eagles, so the Packers would have to be the 7 seed. So they'd have to lose to the Bears, which is wild. Or I guess not. Okay, so the Packers could beat the Bears and the Commanders could beat the Cowboys. So you're saying the Rams and Vikings. Which would make the Vikings the 7 seed. Which is not possible. You'd have to have the Bucks as the 3 seed, which I don't know if that's possible. Is it? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Okay, so you could have the Bucks as the 3 seed. And who are they playing? Bucks, Washington? Okay. I see how you got it. Okay. All right. Well, that's still some... So to make that happen, and then 49ers, Cardinals doesn't matter. And then Falcons, Panthers at this point doesn't matter either. So let's see, what do we got here? Is that everything? That's everybody. Okay. So you'd have to have the Buccaneers beating the Saints, that's probably going to happen. The Seahawks beating the Rams, which maybe. They didn't look so good against the Bears. You'd have to have the Commanders beating the Cowboys, which probably, the Eagles game. Doesn't really matter. They're locked into that 2 seed. The Packers beating the Bears. Okay, yeah. So I guess, yeah. That's probably the most likely scenario then. The only thing is, like, you think the Seahawks are going to beat the Rams, which, maybe, but my guess is probably the Rams will beat the Seahawks, right? So that would mean it'd be like it'd be Green Bay, Philadelphia, it'd be Washington, Los Angeles, it'd be Minnesota, Tampa Bay. Which would be a little different than what you're saying. Oh, and you're also expecting the Lions to win the division, which is possible. Possible. I actually don't know who I think would win that game. Based off of recent run of form, maybe the Vikings, honestly. The Vikings are really good lately. I think I'd take Sam Darnold, the way he currently is playing, over Jared Goff. But, I mean, those are two quarterbacks that generally don't inspire me a whole lot anyway, so. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hop off, y'all. I am crazy fucking hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. Well, we got one of the results we needed. We got the Giants blowing out the Colts, and we just needed the Colts to lose. That's all we really needed. So the AFC playoff race is now Bengals, Dolphins, Broncos. The Bengals need both of them to lose next week because the Bengals are the at the end there, right? But if the Broncos lose to the Chiefs, which is possible, it's the defending Super Bowl champions, even if it's Carson Wentz starting. And then if the Dolphins lose to the Jets, which is totally possible because the Dolphins are clearly bad, and Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback. Like, I think that's a totally realistic scenario. Then the Bengals beat the Steelers. And if all that happens, Bengals make the playoffs, right? So it's on the table. That is a possibility. So we'll see I don't know what my schedule is going to be next week because I don't know what the NFL schedule is next week. Probably find out tomorrow night. If not, we'll find out Tuesday morning. But we'll figure it out. Let me catch up with some of these comments. Broncos locked? No. Broncos, if the Broncos win, then they make the playoffs. But if they lose, then they would need both the Bengals and the Dolphins to lose. Like the Broncos could make the playoffs without winning, but they'd need help, right? But no, they're not locked. The Broncos, that's why the Bengals still have a chance, because they could unseat the Broncos. Vikings win, clinched first Rams elimination. Vikings win, clinched first Rams eliminated Seattle. What? Vikings win, clinched Rams eliminated Seattle. Yeah, I know that. I don't know what the first... What? That's a really confusing thing. The Bucks play us next week, so they're going to win. Okay, Mikey. Okay. Let's bring it down a little bit, okay? Commanders win, eliminates Seattle, and guarantees that the Falcons' only road is a division title. Yeah, but it doesn't matter to the Commanders, though. Like, is this... No, it doesn't matter to the Commanders. So you're just talking about scenarios. I'm thinking of something else. Ignore me. Bucks 3 seed. I think they'll probably be the 4 seed, personally. You better hope the Steelers don't get matched up with the Texans in the wild card. Why? I think the Texans beat them. I think anybody beat them. Steelers aren't very good. I think we'll beat them. Now, I mean, we wouldn't play... If we did make the playoffs... we wouldn't see the Steelers until, like, the AFC Championship at the earliest because of the way that the seeding works, but... see you later, Big Lee Sino. Oh, you're Ryan! Oh, okay, I see. Alright, you used to be Ryan. Okay, alright. Well, see you later, Ryan. Big Lee Sino. Hooday. Yep. Now, we got one of the results we wanted, Stranger. Can't ever rely on the Browns for shit, though. Vikings win, clinched for Rams, eliminated Seahawks. I think typo. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The first just threw me off. The Texans are a one-and-done period. Not if they play the Steelers, Mark. But yeah, I don't think the Texans definitely aren't going to be winning the Super Bowl this year for sure. But anyway, I'm hungry, y'all. I'm going to hop off. Appreciate you showing up. Sorry I wasn't able to stream the Bengals game yesterday, but it is what it is. I'll be back next week. Not sure what my schedule is going to be because I don't know what the NFL schedule is going to be. But I will announce it when I know. So, John says, cacao. All right, cacao. All right, and I'll leave y'all as always with a Who Dey!